Journey, donde el ritmo vive y el sol brilla fuerte. Siente la pasión y el sabor de mi suelo. Acompáñame hoy, vamos de viaje al corazón. Camino por calles llenas de historia. Cada esquina guarda un secreto ancestral. El tambor resuena, late la memoria y mi voz se alza para cantar sin igual. Baila conmigo bajo el cielo caribeño, gira y sueña sentir fuego interno. Entre palmas y cuerdas late este sueño. Deja que el ritmo te lleve hacia el recuerdo.
Hey, man, we are here. What the hell, baby? What you do with this camera? I can't see myself. Oh, man, hold up. Let me take care of this. How y'all doing this evening, man? We are one couple with, what the hell is the name of this? Two couples, one hard conversation. As you can tell, I've been drinking. And because I've been drinking on this Saturday evening, it's unable to go. Baby, say something while I fix this camera. Go ahead. Tell the people what we're here for.
We're here to debate. We're going to have a hard conversation, have some wine. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the show. Thank you for the support, for watching us. If you don't have a drink, go ahead and get yours.
Get your drink while I fix this camera. Goodness gracious.
This will be interesting conversation.
Man, where's this at? Hey, baby, hold up. Somebody at the door. Can you get the door real quick? Let me hold on. Let me go get the door and then we're ready because
okay.
You done started this before we're ready. Give me a second, guys. How y'all feeling tonight? Put something in the comment and let me know you here while I go answer the door. Sorry about that, fellas. We had some
visitors.
Jehovah's Witness at the door. They come late over here. They said they want to join us for this conversation, though. So let's see if I can bring them on up. Oh, shoot. Look at them people. They done invaded the household. They done invaded the household.
Yep. We're here. We are here.
Cheers to everybody.
So as you can see, I got the couples in the house. We got Black Man Travels. He is here tonight, and we're going to have some hard conversations. Later, we should be joined by Ronan Travels and his young lady, but we're going to have some hard conversations. We've been seeing a lot of things in the news about couples. We've had conversations when we've been here talking about how to raise children, since both of our wives are foreign, Latina, and we live in the United States. So we've had candid conversations about even raising children. You know, do you raise your children Black? Do you raise them Latina? Do you bring them back?
Yeah.
You know, do you even bring them girls over here? In the news, as you know, the guy brought his Kenyan wife. She had a kid and then said, "Peace, I'm out." So should we have brought them back? Damn, I don't know.
You think they make a mistake?
We may have made a mistake bringing these chicas to the United States. You know, they get their green card
and they go.
And they gone.
So
we want to talk about that. And like I said, we got into some great conversations, some deep conversations, especially with these young ladies talking about race and things like that.
Yeah.
And one of the things was, maybe you want to start on that conversation first?
In regards to the mix. Well, first of all, I just want to take the time to go ahead and introduce myself. This is your boy, Kanal, aka Black Man Travels. You know, your boy just came out to Dallas, spent some time with Fearless and his lovely wife. Had a great time with being here for the past 3 days. And we're having a great time, networking, fellowshipping, and all things travel. So guys, sometimes step away from the computer, go out, travel, meet people, touch grass, hug a tree, and experience life. And that's what we do. So we're going to actually have a real-time conversation. Guys, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section. Send those super chats. And let's have this talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No super chat, no comments read it. Okay, so nobody read the comments.
We've been trying to jump on this live stream, but we've been eating good, drinking good, and so
just having fun and enjoying life. What you think about Dallas? How you like it?
I love it. I'm moving here, guys.
I convinced
Are
her.
we?
I don't think so.
Oh my God.
Black Man Travels does not
was
like
painful.
Dallas.
You
because,
don't like Dallas because it's so hot.
it's like 95 degrees a day, and that sun was beating him down.
And there's no trees.
Ooh.
So
Yes.
No,
No up and down.
it's a
no,
whole
yeah.
different place. So one of the conversations that we had as we were breaking breads, eating some of them good ribs that I was making, was we are men of color.
Mhm.
We have children with Latina women. The question is, are our kids Latina? Are they black? Are they both? And I think what started was when I was talking to the wife, and I said, she was like, well, in my country, we don't even look at it. They would just be Dominican. They wouldn't be black. They wouldn't be white. They would just be Dominican. And it's like, well, here, like Black Man Travels, and I let him go. It's almost like, well, I'm going to raise my kid black. And the question I had was, well, would you raise them black if they was in DR?
Yes.
But in DR,
Yes.
they wouldn't be
Yeah.
considered
How?
black. They would just be Dominican.
Dominican.
It wouldn't be like, I'm going to raise my kid black. I'm just going to raise my kid.
Okay.
So that's the top. That's, we're going to go into a series of conversations, but that's going to be one of our first topics. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth. So I'm going to let Black Man Travels give his view, and his wife talk about it from their perspective.
And just FYI, guys, this is my lovely wife. We've been together for almost 10 years now, and we have a son together. And one of the things that I personally, the fact that I am Haitian, yes, and I am black, she is Dominican, and she considers herself what exactly?
Black.
You got to talk louder than that. Right?
Black.
Say louder.
So for us, I think for me, it's just like, we're not in the Dominican Republic. We're actually in the United States. So when you see my son, he's brown skinned, and he currently has dreads, semi dreads. He's a black kid, but more than likely he's going to speak Spanish, and he's going to be recognized as Latino. But first, if you were to see him, you would think he's black first before any Latino. That's just my thought, and I just feel like, based on how I was raised here within the United States, I was raised to be black first, then Haitian, then my culture. So that's my take. I will raise my son as a black man. She may raise our son as a Dominican. So, I mean, what do you think?
Like I said before, I don't think that he will be raised Dominican, because I think that the environment, the house where there are the people who they share with, show, how do you say, like compliment or make a O for him to be either Dominican or black. And I don't think I have that strong circle for him to be raised as a Dominican, like Dominican. I think somehow, even if he speaks Spanish and I teach him about my culture, I think at the end of the day, he will probably be more black than Dominican.
So my question to you is, you have a daughter. She first language is Spanish, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you come to the United States, and my question is, what do the people consider her? So they talk to her, and she's like, I don't even understand what you're saying because I speak Spanish.
How is your experience?
So if a black person talks to her, and she's saying, I don't understand what you're saying, and they're, no habla English, where do they put her at? Do they say, oh, you still black? Or do they say,
she's Latina? That's something that I forgot to mention too, because also depending on the age that you came to the United States,
mm-hmm.
it might put you in the position of being more Latino. Like for my daughter that she came here as 11 years old, she's Dominican, she's Latina.
Mm-hmm.
And when people see her, they might say, oh, she's probably black, but when she talks,
the accent.
yeah, she's Dominican, she's
So-
Latina.
I guess my question is,
but-
do the people put you there? Do people put you there, or do you put yourself there? Meaning,
I
go
think
ahead.
Well, here's the
people
thing.
put
It's
you-
like,
I think it's the people, because that happened in my job.
I think
people put you there.
Mm-hmm.
being raised in Miami, I was raised with a lot of dark Latinos, Afro Latinos, and whenever they felt like they had to prove they're Latino, because they didn't fit a certain prototype, a phenotype. I had friends that were Black Puerto Ricans, dark skinned Dominican, dark skinned Costa Rican, Belizean, from Honduras, Cubans. They were darker than me, and they always had to prove that they are Latino. Because people, when they say, "Hey, I'm from so and so country," well, no, you're not. You're not from there. Because the people perception of what a Latino is fair skin, more that mestizo, mixed breed look, type person, or even white. Yeah, but they won't ever consider myself. If I were to say, "Hey, I'm Cuban," oh no, you're not. But then again, we were in Cuba. There were people who looked just like me.
Correct.
Colombia.
Yeah.
Ecuador, Chile. There's people who look just like
And
me.
DR.
Yeah, even Dominican Republic. But the thing is, because you don't fit a certain look, they assume that you're not. And one thing is like, I talked to her daughter, and it's like I asked her, "Hey, when people talk to you, what's their first perception?" They think I'm Black.
Yeah.
Until I open my mouth.
So when she opens her mouth, do the Black kids say, "Oh, you're not Black"? And do the Latinas, whether it's Mexican, Guatemalans, wherever, say, "Oh, you part of our community"?
Yeah, they say you're part of our community,
Yeah.
like you're Latino.
And so that's what I guess that's where my not conflict comes in, because when you say I'm going to raise my kid a certain way, I don't think you get a chance. I don't think, my opinion, and we just have honest conversations, I don't think you can raise your kid to be a certain way.
That makes sense.
I mean,
because all right, my first question is, what is raising them Black?
Raising them Black is understanding that, hey, you understand who you are, for one. You know the history of this country in your own country, and there's no identity issue. Let's just keep it honest. You're biracial. A lot of biracial kids tend to have identity issues. They don't know which side to pick. I'm not gonna have my son pick a side, but he's gonna know, like, hey, you're Haitian, you're American, and you're Dominican. Embrace all three, but keep in mind when they see you in the street, they see a Black man first. Mm-hmm. They're not going to know you're Latino or you're from Dominican Republic. And more than likely, he's going to get darker. He's not going to look like a typical so-called what a Dominican looks like.
So with me, I don't think we have people who are mixed have identity issues, because it was never
how you identify yourself.
It was how society looks at you. Nobody ever said if I don't tell people my mom is white, nobody would ever know my mom is white. If they didn't see my mom come to like school functions or anything like that, no one would ever say, "Oh, you have a white mother." Society already put you in whatever place. So you can't raise your child, no matter how. If my mom said, "You know what, I'm going to raise you Black," or "I'm going to raise you white," no matter how much you want to raise me white, I'm not going to be white. Because you become a mix of all that. You become a mix of wherever you at. And so you get raised, a Black person in New York and a Black person in the South, right? Both raised Black because they have whole different experiences. So that's why I said you are just raised how you are. Your language is going to play a part in it. Your culture is going to play a part in it. You know, you Latinas, because I know that she does it. We didn't do it this morning, but Saturday mornings, they got the music.
The music playing.
Yeah, the Latina, they dance
yes.
and they got that. You know, and then what you don't want to happen is this. Your son is born in DR. When he go back to DR, if they start questioning his Dominican heritage, like, you're not Dominican. And you're like, hold up, I was born in DR. It don't matter, you're not Dominican. And then if they say, well, you ain't Black. See, then you got all the people fighting over what you not.
See, that's the thing. I want to build that confidence in him where he does not give a fuck.
Then you shouldn't give a fuck.
No. But the thing is, we live in the United States, and he needs to understand, hey, listen, as a Black man in this country, things are going to be more challenging than you think. You have to perform harder. You're in corporate America. You're an executive. You have to perform better than your peers. Yeah. Is what it is. So it's like, hey, listen, yes, you are Latino. Yes, you are Haitian. Yes, you are an American. Embrace all three cultures, speak all three languages. But at the same time, you are a Black man first. When people see you, when you're driving that car and that police pull you over, he doesn't know you're from Dominican Republic. He sees a Black person. So once you understand that, from there, embrace whatever you want to embrace.
All right. So this, we say that, and I guess I'm under the thing where nobody ever said, and the reason I know this is my brother's children look white. I mean, and I mean, I can't even say mixed. They
but
look white. There's nothing
but
with color about them.
his
The mom is white.
the mom is white.
But then you say, how you gonna raise them? And because I asked my brother how he gonna raise his kids.
So what he said?
He looked at me and said, "You asking me how I'm gonna raise my kid? You in the same position as me, man. What do you mean? You mixed? You mean did your mom?" And it was a rhetorical, like, did your mom say how I'm gonna raise you? You don't. Your culture does. And he says, "I'm just gonna raise my kids as kids. They know who they are, but I think that's where the confusion comes in. When it's like, I'm gonna put you in this position. I'm gonna put you in this position."
I mean, one thing is, I don't want everyone to think that I'm putting my son in that position. I want him to understand who he is.
Exactly.
And understand, hey, you're from this amazing island called Hispaniola. You can travel on both sides of the island. You have a rich history on both sides of the island. I want him to embrace that. Mm-hmm. So if he's in DR, he can speak Creole. He can turn around and speak Spanish. But also too, he can speak perfect English. So if anything, I'm putting him in a position where he could be a chameleon. He could be in a Creole environment, in a Latin environment. He could be in a Black soul food environment. He's like, hey, listen, I could blend in and talk to everybody, but also too understand that, hey, listen, in this country, within the United States, we do use race.
Yeah.
So is it the color that you're saying that it is? That you're saying, because of your color or how people are gonna perceive you, you're gonna be Black?
I mean, I'm Black first. I mean, like today,
See,
like,
there's the difference.
Hold on.
There's the difference.
Okay.
That's the difference. Are you Black in DR? Are you Black first?
No,
You're Dominican.
Yeah.
And see that there goes the difference.
But if I'm in Dominican Republic, what I am? If I'm in DR, what do people consider me as?
Well, no, when you open your mouth, when you open your mouth.
If I don't open my mouth, I'm walking around.
No, when you open your, because they know ain't no,
No.
they know ain't no, ain't nobody built like you.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
When you open your mouth, they're gonna say you American.
They know you American.
They gonna say you Black. They're gonna say you
You're
American.
American.
Even before he opened the mouth, people know he's not Dominican.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but okay.
But they
David
mostly know he's American because they ain't no Haitian gonna be built like that. Ain't
But we have Haitians built like me.
But I mean, you Haitian, but
but the thing is, David. Imagine David 20 years from now. Look at his body type now. He's gonna be a big guy. So when if he walks around the DR, they're gonna think he's American, but not knowing that he was born there.
correct. But nobody gonna say he Black.
Yes, he will.
No, they're gonna
No.
say.
I mean, back home they don't.
Back
they do
home,
not
we don't
use,
do that.
They don't- y'all
We
don't do
say
color.
Dominican. We don't do
No,
color.
we don't do
He's
colors back
American.
home. Yeah.
It's not like you are Black American. You are white
Do they
American.
consider you American if you don't open your mouth?
No, they think I'm Dominican.
They think that he's Dominican.
So why they can't think I'm Dominican?
They can't. Hey,
David Ortiz is huge.
No, they can. Even Nico.
No,
I got a
it's-
friend Nico.
I don't
It's
know.
dark.
Certain things like even the way of dressing,
Yeah,
the way
it's
of
how
walking,
we
the
don't
way
blend in like
Stop,
Yeah.
stop. It's not even the way it's dressed. As an American, you will walk, you will move different, you will act in different.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
A Dominican person
Yes.
will be always alert, will be always like in the movement, and
Or
doing
no,
this- and-
no,
You know why you're not
nosy,
Dominican? You know how many plane trips you took to DR? And as soon as I get on the plane, I'm like, he Dominican. It ain't even how they look. It's that whole dress with
the
the
personality.
the way they
the
look.
dress,
You already know
the
that.
way
They
they walk,
get
the
the
way
beard and they shave their
they-
mustache.
Well, I'm gonna challenge you guys because you go to Panama or
Samana.
or Las Vegas, there's dudes Dominican look just like me.
Oh yeah, because
San
there's a-
Pedro area,
Yeah,
the baseball
but-
players,
but-
they're huge.
Hey,
no,
hello.
but I'm saying the way
Hey,
they
I-
dress.
I
When you
seen
get
them.
on the
I
plane,
seen them.
Baseball
I'm not saying
player
how they
Jenny.
look. When you get on the plane.
No.
Money.
I see some big ass Dominican. She has a nephew. Like you see him, I'm like, God damn, you huge.
but it's not the way you look. It's how
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can pick how they
How-
dress. They be having them tight jeans
Yeah.
on. You know that. You know
The-
how they that
Yeah,
whole
it's
look.
like the way you dress, the way you walk, the way
Yeah.
you project yourself. It's a lot of things together, so they will know. Like, no, he's
Okay.
not.
No, and they will say you American anyway. I mean, I'm okay. Like, to me,
And is it your look? And because she's saying that, but I didn't mean to interrupt you. Is it the look? Because our daughter got like hazel gray eyes She probably gonna have blonde hair, blondish hair. It's getting it to start off black, but now I don't know what it is. And she lighter than both of us. So what is she? Do we say she black?
Oh,
Because I'm gonna let you
white.
know this. You know, I got some high yellow people, and when you say you black, then black girls start hating because they like, oh, you know, that's Addison with the good hair. You know, they just do that. You know, and it's like, so they don't want you to fit in there. Her first language is probably gonna be Spanish. You know, and so how they gonna fit in? So it's like, I can teach her culture. I can say, look, we just from being around you, he already gonna be, you know, in a sense black because he just gonna be it. It's just how your culture is.
Mhm.
But when he go around your mom, he gonna be a certain way. Especially if he go to DR for 3 months every summer.
Well, that's the plan. Like, I still want him to learn his culture, his language, his way of life. That's why every summer he's going to DR. Like, hey, ship him for 3 months, learn, be around his cousin, his grandmother, his aunt, his uncles, learn Spanish, speak Spanish as much as you want.
So what if he reverses when he go down there? When he say, me no Dominican, me black, me black, me no Dominican, me black.
Crap out of him. I'm like, bro, you black.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Instead of saying me no black, me Dominican, he say me no Dominican, me black, me no Dominican, me black.
I mean, if he says that, it's
So-
what it is. But you know,
I have a question
Yeah.
for you guys. So even if you raise your little girl as a Dominican, let's say how do you think she's gonna act when she's bigger? You think she's gonna act like a Dominican or like a black person or a
Sure.
white person?
American.
See, the scary thing is we live in the suburbs, and so 85% of the people is, well, I can't even say 85. It's gonna be Indian. It's gonna be whites, Indians,
Indian,
Asians,
Asian.
then black.
Yeah.
So that's how it's gonna go. So if she gets around people, it'll probably be Indians and whites. So she's not gonna talk like a black person. She's not gonna grow up in, you know, because black people always think you have to have this experience to be black.
No, you don't.
But that's how it is. Oh, you don't listen
You
to
don't
this
think so?
music? Yeah,
I mean,
To talk some type of way,
I
like the
think-
black people, don't you think that you need to be with those people?
I think I'm in Georgia. I think my son will probably have a little southern twang to his voice because that's the South. So he's gonna probably pick up, especially if he plays sports. He's around certain kids. He's gonna pick up that lingo.
no,
But,
because that's is what sport you put him in. If he in a sports where he
Well,
to
I
a
mean-
all white high school
That's
and
what
he
I'm
in
saying,
a
like-
suburb,
Mm.
he not gonna pick up and he not listening to, you don't let him listen to certain music. He not gonna be like the dudes in downtown Atlanta. It's gonna be a totally different. He not gonna fit in with him.
Yeah.
No matter how he act, he just don't. He don't have that.
I mean, me personally,
And there's nothing wrong with that because I don't want my daughter to be. I don't want my daughter to be the people in downtown Dallas.
I mean, the thing is, I don't expect my sons to live the life that I live because, again, I came into this country in the 70s. I was raised in the projects in Miami. So my outlook and the way life is a lot different than what my kids can experience.
Correct.
So, but I still want him to understand, hey, listen, you're from this rich culture of diversity, embrace it. But at the same time, you are in the United States.
Yeah.
And again, based on the color complexion of our kid, he's more than likely going to get darker. And it's just like, hey, that's what they're going to see.
All right, here-
That's what I
I
was
got a
saying,
question there
that,
for you.
Where you are and the people you get along with or share with, it will also influence your
Yeah.
kid. He's gonna be Dominican. Okay, I am the only person. Me and my daughter are the only person speaking Spanish at home. When he go to school, when he's with my husband, who are those people he's gonna share with the most?
English,
Mm.
American.
English, American.
So what's he's going to be?
American,
Most likely.
American,
And he's gonna act like them.
American,
right? Yeah.
or black
And
American.
he's gonna like
No,
he's
he's-
gonna
he's-
act like them. No.
Like he's gonna be black first. Like for me, I'm black Haitian American. It's like first I'm black. That's what you see first, my color. Then my culture comes second. So for him, it'll be a black person who is from the Dominican Republic. So that's how it is. Now he'll be American citizen that he's raised in this country. But again, when you go to these other states, they don't see your language. They don't see your culture. They see what they see in front of them.
Yeah.
But here go the thing. We're saying it in reverse. So the first time he goes somewhere, somebody goes to look at him and say he black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He in the hood, and the first time he open his mouth, they go like, "You not black." You see what I'm saying? So it don't matter how they looked at him
What
because
do
as
you
soon
mean you're black?
because I grew up in the hood, so I know how to speak hood. Like I can.
Oh,
get that.
yeah.
But
That's
the thing
different.
is, I know people who did not.
But
And this, or they got out, and then the way they speak, like me, it would be very difficult for me to go back to the. I can't go back, and I can't get the lingo.
But also,
I can't get the talk.
okay,
They
so,
already know I'll be an outsider.
yeah, but if you're around another type of black folks who are more eclectic, more educated, you'll blend in perfectly. They're still black.
Correct.
Like for me, people don't know I'm Haitian until I tell them. For one, I don't have an accent.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm around other people and I do presentations, people don't know where I'm from. They assume that I'm American, Black American,
Mhm.
until I say no, I'm from Haiti. Then it's like shit. You don't look like it. Like what the fuck a Haitian look like? Then they'll say you don't sound like one. Like what a Haitian sound like? But at the same time, I can look at a Haitian. Yeah, you Haitian. Yeah, you sound like one. I can say it because I know it. Just like you can say a Dominican. Say yeah, that's a Dominican right there. But most Americans can't distinguish that in most cases.
So my question to the girls are, since you grew up in Dominican Republic, and they always got the joke, me no black, me Dominican. How do y'all feel coming here that y'all have to choose? Like, because wherever we go, if the Mexicans are putting their flag up, Colombians putting their flag up, Dominicans got their flag. I mean, you go to New York and they like, I'm Dominican. It's like, I'm a Dominican thing. So how does it feel for you to come to this country and have to be like, I got to choose a race where you didn't have to do that in your country? Like, I'm black.
But to me, it's kind of different because to me, I'm black because of my history. I'm black because of my history. Okay, I'm a black Dominican. Not meaning like I am like Dominican. Like normally when you ask people, what you are? Dominican? But actually you're asking about like a race. Where do you come from? What's your history? So to me, I'm black because of my history. But if someone asks, what race are you? I'm black, but I'm Dominican. I'm black, but I'm from Dominican Republic.
True history here. The first time, this is years ago, we'll fill out some application in DR, and I was looking what she was putting as race. No, it was here. Was it?
It was here.
It was here.
In
Yeah,
DR,
race.
we
It's not
don't
DR.
do
Yeah.
that.
So I remember. No, we're doing the paperwork to come here. That's what the Americans the traveling papers.
They asked for David.
David,
Like what race are the parents?
Yeah, then the parents. And I remember I was just looking like this, like, let me see what she's gonna put down.
But
Wait, hold on,
I know
hold on.
what you put.
Wait,
I'm gonna tell you the
wait,
caveat.
she checked my
the
black
thing is-
dude. I was like,
The thing is that back home also you don't have Hispano or Latino.
We don't have
But see,
Yeah.
here go the
or
caveat.
No.
black. in
Because you
DR.
know what they did?
They're asking about your
No, this is what
nationality.
they do. This is what they do. They say Hispanic. So even though you'll say race, black, ethnicity, Hispanic, non-white, Hispanic, this. So they already put you in this Hispanic category.
I know.
You can say you black,
I
but
know,
you
but
Hispanic
you have to
anyway.
understand. During that moment of time, I enjoyed. I was like, yes, no identity issues, nothing crazy.
No,
So I was like,
it's because of the history. How do you say in Dominican Republic I'm white?
We know white in Dominican Republic.
Yeah, exactly. Like meaning where you come from, what your history is. How do you say? Because back home they will tell you, no, I'm not black.
Yeah. I'm
and,
not
and
black.
they darken me.
But
I'm like-
Yeah, but it's something about race. You're not white either.
exactly.
So what are you?
Exactly.
Trigueña.
Trigueño.
Yeah,
Trigueño.
and that's not a race. So
That's
what,
not even a color.
Yeah. So what are you? So I'm black,
And-
but I'm Dominican.
And before the chat goes crazy and start talking nonsense, listen, I don't care what race she picks. I was just kidding around, but I did tell like, hey, yeah, thumbs up. I was like, all right.
But it's no choice. It's
Yeah.
like when you came here and
I
you
can-
fill a paper, it's no choice. You have to put black.
And how
Because
gonna
we
say
know
I'm
black,
white?
we know white.
No.
But I don't
We
think,
white.
but the thing is, I
We know
think the
white.
only
How gonna
place
say
that
white?
you
No,
have to
they
do
look like
that
this.
is in the United States.
Yes.
Because every time we travel outside of the country,
You're right.
nobody, they say you're American. And that's how they look at it. They don't be like, oh, you black, you this. Now, because of the television and things like that, they stereotype you in a certain way.
Yeah.
But other than that, they see you as an American first. You know, it's always like, oh, you're an American. That's how it is. And so it still goes back to, all right, let me say this. Oh, before I go there, shout out to the chat, man. Keep giving us all these chats. Shout out to everyone.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, bro. I mean, I can't even see on the screen.
Yeah, I tell you what.
I feel like I'm talking to my goddamn self, man.
Let me see. I can get this chat over to you. I'm gonna
move the chat over there.
What they saying anyway? They talking shit?
No,
y'all talking shit about me?
No,
I know a lot of y'all don't like me because I speak the truth. But
no, anybody said nothing.
Nobody say nothing yet.
So I'm
they
just giving a shout out.
They coming. Come to our way.
Thank you, everyone for the chats. Make sure that I put everyone's channel inside of the chats. So make sure you go to their channels and also subscribe. Give us a like, comment, and if you can't watch us all now, watch us later. And Ronan's gonna be coming up in a little bit. I'm gonna bring him up. He's in the back. So give me a second, Ronan. Let's work this out. So here goes the question. Here goes the thing.
So what will
I'm gonna give him a little bit of history.
Before
what history?
I'm gonna give you this at the time that
American history, Dominican history, what history, bro?
Just history. So just listen.
Right.
At the time that my mother and father got married,
Okay.
my father is from Mississippi. He would bring my mom, down to the family. Before he would cross the Mississippi border, like they would be in Tennessee or Memphis, she would have to get in the back seat, lay down, and cover up. Because if a sheriff seen a black dude driving a white woman in the car, that was automatically stopped. It was illegal. Remember, it was illegal to marry. That's how it was back then. So I grew up, and then it still was like, there's a little bit of mixed, there's a little bit of that. Grew up in a neighborhood where it was like, oh, you see people who's mixed, that's somebody here, they got a straighter hair. Now let's go to the new generation. They don't even ask that question, man.
No.
They don't even, like, we talk race from where we came from.
Yeah.
My dad talked race from where he came from. Like, oh man, you better not bring nothing here. They gonna lynch you with this. Because that's his history. My history became different. Your son's history gonna be even different than that. Because when you be like, yeah, you gotta be pro-black, man, Malcolm X. He's gonna be like, we don't even talk. That's not even a part of his thing. Because the way we look at it is how the police look at us now, how the teachers look at us now. And I was just watching a video with was it Rich Roddy or something? And he like singing a song, and when you look at the audience is like 90% white. Mm-hmm. And they singing every song, and they did not skip over any N-word that was in his song. That's just how it was.
One thing I could say is that, and I've been seeing a lot of growth in Dominican Republic, is that a lot of the Afro Latinos in Dominican Republic are embracing their Afro side, the African side.
Yeah, that's
a lot of girls are now no longer straightening their hair. They have the big fluff hair now, the curly hair. So, so this changed head. It's like all across Latin America, you're seeing more Afro Latinos coming up and being proud. So
my question to you guys, why ain't y'all proud to be black?
What do you mean we're not proud to be black?
Me no black. Why ain't y'all proud to be black?
I'm Dominican.
Okay. This is the thing. Even we know that the history, the we black, the where we're coming from.
Because if you ask a Dominican name black, they say,
but they don't raise us to identify like black or white.
No, it's the culture.
It's something cultural that we have, and this been going for years. Like we just follow what other people been doing or what other people been saying. I didn't know that I have to label myself as a black or as a white when I move here. Until I move here. Then you start explaining to me that I start to see and pick things, and that was like 10 years ago. And it's like, man, things different here. One day we went to the OV, and I was filling out the paper, and I asked you which one I pick. I asked you that because I was like, which one I pick? No one of these are identify me, right? Because I'm not black, because black when we call somebody black, we call somebody by what, Jimmy?
What color?
By the color of Kenol.
Yeah.
Like they don't consider us black. We are like trigueño, we
Yeah,
are
they-
mestizo.
That's the thing, that back home there's not like, it's not a race thing, it's a color.
Yeah.
It's a color. So they will say, no, I'm not black because they're a little lighter. No, I'm not black. I'm Dominican.
You gotta be like Kenol,
And I think it's where you live
you've
at.
been like
but,
So-
but it's a cultural thing.
So okay,
You know, it's since
let's-
Europeans
let's-
came to the island, it's been like that.
let's do this. What color would Fearless be?
Trigueño.
trigueño,
What co-
mestizo,
What about you?
the same.
She's a little light from Santiago.
I'm a little light from
A
Santiago,
little.
but I will be
A little from Santiago, she.
but I will
As-
be trigueño.
I'm from the countryside, so
Okay, what
she's a
about
little
her?
from Santiago.
and
What about her?
trigueña, mestiza,
Okay.
right? You will be mestiza.
Sí,
So all
mestiza.
three
No,
of guys will be in the same
not-
category?
not trigueño.
Yes.
You
No.
should-
Am I in the same
Yes.
category as you?
Yes.
How?
We in the same category?
Yes.
No, you're a little light from Santiago.
No, I know,
I
but
swear. That's what that's what we are calling you like.
replace answer
Yes, sir.
answer
Yeah,
seriously.
She's in the white section.
We will be
we have her in the white section also because where she's from.
Yeah,
But
because
for
the
you,
scent,
Because
like,
also
if she was from like Mocha, if you from Mocha,
I mean Mocha, they're a little light skinned too.
Yeah, so
Mocha,
that's why
La
they put you in
Vega,
a-
Constanza,
they put you in a different
Santiago.
category.
Yeah.
So in your
So-
case,
So Santo Domingo Este, we'll probably say another black.
but you
the mo-
know, most of the color
what-
is about battle when you fight batalla
A battle.
battle between the women's from Santiago and the women's from Santo Domingo and the women's from Mao. You know, it's always like that. Like, oh, they're more pretty, they're more ugly, they're more this, they're more that.
Oh,
but in your case, because you're from the north countryside, what would you be considered as?
Mestiza,
una campesina vestida.
campuna, the country girl, the mestiza country girl
Okay.
from the campo.
I country girl from
And they'll call me a negro.
negro haitiano.
But this is the
Oh
thing.
no, Haitian.
No,
Haitian.
Haitiano. Ese bendito haitiano.
Yeah, haitiano.
But look, and
Haitian.
it's simple like that.
There's not a
They
race
call
there.
us racist all the time. Oh, Dominicans are racist, right?
You guys aren't racist. man.
When we dating, we used to call the significant others negro, mi negrito.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had a. I
but
guess
it's
before
not
you, I was
like
like
the
mi
color.
negro bello.
Mi negro
I mean, that's
bello.
what
Y
somebody
esa
called.
freca que te tiene que estar diciendo a ti, mi negro bello. Ella es una freca la
Yeah,
que
she was
te
like mi
digo.
negro
eso.
bello.
In Spanish.
Esa freca atrevida, okay? No, but seriously, it's just like that. We even say mi negro, and
And it's
Yeah,
not in
for
a
us, it's
despective
not like-
way. It's
yes,
just
I don't treat you
like a love.
different.
It's a lovely.
That's not mean
Yeah.
exactly. And then they call us racist. Maybe it would be. I don't know. At
So
this
I
point,
got a
mean,
question
there's
for the chat. Then,
some-
how should you think he has a child in the United States that maybe his color? How do you think he has to raise his child like that? Like, does he have to? Do you think that if you guys travel, a lot of you guys travel, if you have a child with another race, white woman, let's say an Indian woman, whomever, other than black, do you say your child is going to be black no matter what? Or is it how they look?
where they live too.
That's a question for who? For me or
No, for
For
the
the
Oh,
chat.
Okay, got it.
yeah.
For the chat. Because I think we always want to categorize somebody.
I think mine will be Dominican American. I mean,
But see,
she
like,
will
but
be whatever
Here
she
goes the
wants.
question. They're gonna be like,
No,
is your name Rodriguez Gazero? And they're like, nah,
But you
that's not
don't
my
have
last
a-
name. And they go like, oh, you ain't really
but
Latina.
my parents are Latino. When she opened her mouth,
No, she gonna be like my mom.
But when
that's
she
what they
opened
gonna
her
say.
mouth and then she speaks Spanish, like my last name, I changed my last name for your name, right?
Mhm.
And before I open my mouth, people think I'm American.
Yeah.
Or I'm Indian.
Yeah.
Are you? Where are you? You from India? India?
And you know why your daughter
No.
really gonna have it harder? Because she's gonna lose her accent.
Yeah.
So when she talks
We see
English,
that.
it's just gonna be English.
I see that coming.
It's no gonna
You
be
see
no
that?
accent.
Yeah, she
she's
don't have
not.
accent.
She's
Yeah,
not
I see
talking.
that coming.
And so when she's gonna be like the real chameleon. So when she's somewhere and somebody talks, and she can fluently.
She says that
like,
now.
boom.
She says that now. Like most people in her school that don't know her think she's black.
Yeah.
Then she'll like respond to them in Spanish. Like, oh, you Spanish? Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But even when we go out, sometimes they don't know she's Spanish. When we go out,
Clear?
yeah,
No, sometimes they're like, what are you like? I thought you were American.
yeah, they don't know she's Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah,
They
sometimes
thought I'm
they're like,
Indian
yeah,
and
like,
American, if I don't
thought
know
you
in my
were
mouth.
American.
But as soon,
Like a mixed American, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think
But to me, I thought that everybody think I'm Latina.
Yeah.
Me too.
because you
But
have an accent.
also because I speak English a little bit. Sometimes they're like,
When we
how
out,
long have you been here?
yeah, when we out, we talk, we
And-
speak English to each
And,
other.
and I am like,
So
1 year. No, you're lying.
So I think it comes down to us, how we treat them. And I don't know, like I haven't really had that thought about like my daughter, like, oh, what's she gonna be? I just want to let her personality go. Meaning we already have strong, you figure she's gonna be around my family, because here's the thing. She's not gonna be around her family as much. She's in the United States. So she's gonna be around my family reunion, all of that. So she's already gonna have that cultural background.
but she also gonna have a strong sense of identity of being black.
Correct.
Seeing your family, it's
Correct.
like, okay, if someone call you black, you won't be offended. It's like, yeah, I'm black, but also I am Spanish.
And that's what I want. I'm going to give a shout out. This is actually to you, Yanil, and your Cash App. So you can address this young person. This is Raphael Williams with the $100 super cash. My God.
Raphael!
Yeah, really. Everybody give a hands up to Raphael Williams in the
Black.
chat. And he
Out to the people.
and he just doing it for just cause. He want to support the channel. What's up, everyone?
Thank you. He always
He doing it
coming
just
and watching my
because.
videos. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for being here. And what is your taste about the topic?
When he says it right here, he says, my child will be mixed, but the culture will be where he or she is raised. I think that is.
Yeah.
Because here, think about every culture you had. You had that tennis player whose father was Jamaican
Mhm.
and her mom was like Korean, Japanese.
Mhm.
She raised over there. And people are like, why don't you identify as Jamaican? She's like, I was raised in Asia. What do you mean? So
That's
it's
right.
it's where you raised that
Yeah.
to
That's
do
the-
it.
that's the
If
same thing.
if Raphael, if he has a child and they raised over wherever that's at, the mixed child is raised over there, that's what they're going to identify with. No matter how you do it.
Sorry.
Even in the United States,
Anymore.
if you have a black dude that's raised in the suburbs and all his music is white music, the way he dressed, look, he probably not watching. I got a cousin. He ain't black. His sister black.
I hope
He
you don't
don't
watch
talk black. He don't have friends that's black. He brought somebody to our family reunion who was Jamaican, but she looked like Indian.
it.
And we was like, what the hell? Like, she black. Like, it was like the little quiet whispers because nobody do it. He's like, hey, dude, I mean, we're going here. That's how he talks.
All the time, and
Yeah.
acting, and
so
walk,
he does
and
it.
dress,
Yeah.
everything.
He does white things. Like I'm going fishing with boys. So nothing about him is like that. And it matters where you raised, I think.
I think for me, it's just like our son will have the best of all three worlds. He's going to be a chameleon where he can speak French and Creole, Spanish, English.
So do you think that's
And-
better?
Yeah.
Meaning we're instead of trying to put him in this box and say you black, you white.
But the thing is, I'm separating that understanding. For one, your skin tone is recognized here in this country. We're not in Dominican Republic. We all travel around the world. If you've been to most other countries, black folks are considered as second-class citizens in most countries. And I want him to understand, like, listen, depending where you are, you may view as inferior. You may view as a certain way. But however, you don't have that. You have the confidence to overcome that. So it's like, I don't want my son to walk around with his head down because the color of his complexion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course.
So for me, the fact that he can speak Spanish, if a Spanish person say something slick, you check his ass right there in Spanish. If a person, if a Haitian person say something slick, you check that person in Creole.
No, I remember. I
It's
told
just
you.
like, okay, and once they realize you speak their language, they're gonna, you know what? Hey, my bad. That's it.
Yeah.
My nephew. You seen a picture of my nephew?
Yeah.
Yep. He looked white. And I remember him going to school, and they was like, "Yeah, Snickers is for knickers." And he was like, "What?" You know? And the weird thing is, I got a crazy family. My nephew looks straight white. I mean, if my brother ever passed away and he was raised by his mom, you'd never know. Grow up thinking he was straight from the hood. Ain't never seen the hood in his life. Was getting gold in his mouth, gold chain. He went through a phase, brother. He a Trump voter now, but he went through a whole Obama phase. It's weird. He just did that. But I say that to say it's how you identify that culture that you go to, or how people go perceive. Because his thing was like, I'm with black people all the time, you know. So I think that's just how it goes.
I mean, I'm waiting for my son like this next summer to go to DR for 3 months and learn Spanish and do everything he needs to do. And you know, I want him to experience that. And also too, he's playing baseball. I'm putting them damn genes to use. It's like, hey, you got some Dominican blood in you. Let's put you some baseball. Let's see what you can do. Then we're gonna put you in the football. See, hey, what you could do.
My girl will. The first thing I want she learned is taekwondo and boxing, and then from there we can do another sports.
So, all right, you guys have been outside of the United States travel, like Ecuador. What Latina countries have you gone to? Like say Ecuador.
No, I've been only El Salvador.
All right, say El Salvador. How were you treated in El Salvador? Because you even though you speak Spanish, if you didn't speak, how did they treat you?
Well, I got a lot of stares because the way I was a monster around them, walking around.
Well, how they treat you?
But with her, did
they treat you one way before you spoke Spanish and a different way after you spoke?
They
Spanish?
just looked at us because it was just an odd couple to see us together in El Salvador. For one, we don't see guys like me out there, so for one, people kept on staring at us. But once she started speaking Spanish, they were nice people.
Like we were saying before, when they see you, they kind of know that you're not from there.
Yeah.
For the way you act, the way you walk, how you are looking around, they know.
Yeah.
And in Colombia, it was all love because
so they're like black people traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in Colombia,
black people traveling.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's a joke. She don't get it.
Right. I don't know. What is the joke about?
in Colombia, we didn't experience any issue. People just kind of saw us as foreigners that was just traveling. Yeah. We didn't get disrespected or anything. We had a good time. So.
But you say in Colombia we don't experience any issue. So you ever experience any issue in Dominican Republic?
Me personally?
No, they just stare at him.
They stare at me.
They walk him.
Sometimes they'll say
something like everybody. The same for us. They used to call him the Rock.
They walk him.
At first,
the rock, and they say flaca. Flaca, you can take a lot, flaca, because I was flaca. Look at you.
Oh
you're eating protein everywhere we go. Yes or no? Especially the guys in Spanish, and I just laugh because I understand, but he wasn't, and I was like, oh my god, these Dominican dudes are
like in her town. I go to her town, I just get stares. They don't say nothing to me. They know, okay, he has to be American because even Haitians don't know I'm Haitian. Like they think I'm American until I say bonsoir.
And when the police
and the police was just staring at me, and it's like, who the hell this dude is?
And he is with the hoodie.
Yeah, I got the hoodie on and everything else.
Midday.
They don't harass me. But when they see us together, just people just look at us. So we don't really get the disrespect or whatever. We never had any issues. Like we traveled all over DR, people just stare, like just want to know. And of course, they probably think she's a choppy or whatever, and I'm like,
they probably say that.
Yeah,
they probably say that.
Always.
I think in the end, and I'm gonna bring you up, Ronan, right after this. You need some more whiskey?
Yeah, bro, my shit's empty.
I need some
Wow.
Oh,
wine.
man, you done went
I
through the
need
whole
some wine.
bottle.
It wasn't the whole damn bottle. It was only a little.
was-
No, I'm saying,
yeah.
no, I mean,
That shit was-
but you did
No.
go through the whole bottle. You went
How was the whole bottle? Was over here?
Exactly, but because you ended the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
bottle.
you
That's
ended.
what I need. Cannot
Do
be
you-
like there was nothing.
Rona got this Hennessy here. You
I
want
ain't
Hennessy?
touching- hell, I ain't
So you ain't
touching
touching
No, what do
You want some
want?
Jack and Coke?
Jack and
I mean,
Coke.
You don't have any
Crown
other
and
whiskey?
Coke?
What other whiskey you got?
Oh, that's a whole bar.
Yeah,
You
go
know.
ahead.
Do you have
let's
any
check.
flavor whiskey?
We got
like
I got
cinnamon
that.
something.
I got
no?
that tequila.
Oh yes,
I
we
got
got
Fireball.
cinnamon. We
I
got
that.
cinnamon with
You
you.
want it?
Fireball. Let me get the Fireball. And
All
Coke.
right.
Fireball
And
and
Coke.
Come on.
give me some water
Okay.
to me.
I'm
Don't
gonna
listen.
bring up Ronan, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna disappear to get these alcoholics something to drink.
Is the baby getting up?
No,
Oh, I'm
she's
surprised.
sleeping.
There you go, Ronan. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right, I'm listening in. I got to get these alcoholics something to drink. You need some more
The
wine?
family is all here. Look at all y'all. That's just
Ah.
great, man.
Hi,
It's
Ryan.
just
How are you?
good. It's just awesome to see, brothers that get together and they're really true friends on and offline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got the opportunity to come out there and spend time with Yanil and Fearless, and now you guys are there. So I'm happy that we all are in one accord when it comes to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. We had to come up here to Dallas, spend some time with him. So it's been a great times. Good, good conversations, good food. So just having a good time, man.
This woman.
So I want to take this as I'm moving toward where you guys are. That's why I'm in the Philippines now. I'm going through the vetting and meeting the family and all the things that I'm doing here in the Philippines.
Okay.
So just to coach me up and to kind of tell the listeners, some things about what to consider before doing all these things, So my first question for you guys is, how did you know this was either the man or the woman for you, knowing that they were foreigners to each other? How did you guys know this was the guy for you, ladies? And then Panal and Fearless, how did you know this was the lady?
Yes, that same question. didn't you?
What was it? What was the question again?
Did you guys already do that? So the question is, how did you ladies know that these men were the men for you? And then vice versa, how did these men know that you guys were the right kind of ladies?
It's funny that you asked that question because we was talking about that Thursday night,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when we see Jenny was like, no, when I see him, I was like, that's my guy. The same with Fearless. Like I see Fearless, like, no, negro, you mine. You take it.
Yeah.
Nobody else taking from that's fine. And some water, please. Nobody can take him from me. That was my first impression.
Well, for me, is because I had some conversations with him before seeing him in person. He's still today's day. He's not that camera person. So we did have some conversations, and I was like, "Wow, this guy sounds interesting. It'll be nice. It would be nice to meet him." When I saw him, I was physically attracted, but in the meantime, I had
Thank you.
already I had already an idea of how he was, if he was smart, how he talks, how he behaves. So those are things that I feel attracted to as well about a person. So I also went into his social media to see what he posts there, because that
Okay.
will tell me a little bit about him. I saw
No, but you are
few-
investigation.
Yeah, I know. I
investigator.
saw a few things that he posted, and I was like, okay.
Okay.
Interesting. Then when I saw him, I was like, I have everything. Come on.
No,
She
Fearless.
said, interesting.
No, Fearless. Yeah, now that you go back and say that, most of the physical was when he speaks Spanish to me. That first call date, that guy made to me like, yeah, Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Tú tienes Skype? You have Skype in Spanish. I remember like today that voice. You remember that? From there, we speak for 13 hours by
Oh my
Skype.
God. I still don't believe that.
That's because a lot of it, I didn't know what the hell she
Hours.
was saying.
Come on.
You see, now I want to ask the guys.
Yes.
we talked about
Same
this
thing
on
you
the,
guys.
But Ronnie wasn't in the conversation.
no, I'm saying I'll let Kanal go first.
I think for me it was more like once we met, I really enjoyed being around her. You know, this is what, almost 10 years now, right?
Mhm.
So it got to the point where, of course, the connection was there, and I remember I had to go to Santo Domingo, and I told her like, "Hey, listen, I got to go to Santo Domingo. Would you want to come?"
Yes.
And she said yes, and that alone, she trusts me enough where she wanted to come and join me. And so I started coming back to DR a lot more frequently, and that's when I realized like, yo, I could easily play the field in DR. I could go out there and do this and do that, but I really enjoyed being around her. And I was learning Spanish, and we were just both exploring DR together. And that's one thing is too, is like I could have easily explored DR on my own, but she came along with me. So we went to all the different provinces in DR together, got to know each other more. And then I realized, like, you know what? I really like this person. And we just took it from there. And now it will be, what, 10 years? January 1 will be 10 years.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
We start with the new year.
Yeah.
All right, Fearless. What's your answer to the first question?
Oh, I got a few. So the first was she ain't never asked me for no money.
Oh yeah.
I was waiting, you know, because most of the women that I would meet down there, I was like, oh, something gonna happen. Their
Oh, my
mama,
mom-
their
my mom is
grandmama,
sick.
yeah, something gonna happen. I'm
I
getting
got
somebody.
that.
My phone is broken. They stole
I
my
need to
phone.
pay the university.
So
Yeah.
never asked me for any money.
I need to pay the rent.
She
Oh,
made
sorry, girls.
she, you know, I think she was real close with her mother, and when she did not listen to her mother in you know, in the advice to me, I think that was a big thing, because it was like, you know, well, you can tell them the story about the airport. You say it, I don't remember it, but that's just this what you say. I don't remember it this way. You know, it may be my Alzheimer's, but tell them that story and then I can go.
Which one?
You said I just left you in the street.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was he was about to leave in the country, come back here, ask for a mom, and I spent the entire month with him. That was Sunday night. I don't have my car because he had the rental car, and I don't have enough money to take a taxi. And he let me in a really like a danger because he was in the rushing to get to the airport. I was like, oh, you can let me here. I was like, man, I don't got money to take a taxi. I don't got money to take motor concho or nothing. What I'm going to do? Because I'm here. It's 10 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock. But I wasn't ready for ask for money. But I never went to the bank Friday before, you know, the weekend. I don't got enough money. What I'm going to do? I don't have my car. I never carry cash. I always carry my credit card, and I always in my car. So when I realized that, I was like, what in the world I'm going to do right now? It's 10 p.m. And then when I call my mom, I get home and I call my mom, hey, I need you waiting for me so you can pay the taxi. What type of man do something like that? You tell me. So he spent a whole money for you and he can't even give me 1 penny for the taxi. I was so embarrassed and I was like, but I don't need the money. Why you don't got money with you? And I never got cash. It's always credit cards. And why do I need cash for pay a taxi? My mom was so mad at me because of that. And I told him, like, they say you play games, you use me, and all this stuff, you know.
So the second thing was, you know, the fact that like something like that happened and she went against her mom and say, well, I don't really care what you think. If he does this to me, I'm still going to bro with him. And I think the third thing was, you know I always had a purpose. And I think one of the things was I always just said, look, you ain't on my program. I need to go this way. You can't make the adjustment. And because you can't make the adjustment with you, I can't have you on my team. because I need you to pivot, whatever that pivot is. You know, I'm always going to go forward, but I need to pivot. And nobody would make the pivot. It was like they were satisfied wherever they were at. And I think she made the pivot where if I say, well, I need you to do this, or I don't like this, she would correct it no matter what. She's like, you know, make the change. And I was like, when I sat back, I said, man, you know, she down with me. She rolls with me. She ain't asking for nothing. She looking for my pocket, looking out for my pocketbook. She willing to go against the grain with what her culture would say, you know, like, oh, you know, he just want to have sex with you. He just want to use you. He just here for vacation. And she was able to say, I don't care what you think. I'm still riding. And then, you know, any adjustments, it's like, all right, well, you don't like this, I'll change this. Like, I don't think you ever exercised before. Like, she didn't even know what exercise was. You wasn't big, you just never exercised.
Yeah.
She was,
Like
you know,
that.
she was just naturally thin. I'm like, no, we gotta hit this. And so it was like everything I said, she started, you know, coming into the program. And I said, you know what? That's what I need. Because everybody else is going to be difficult. They're going to do this. They want to fight against the grain. I don't need that. And so that's when I said, oh, yeah, I'm good. This is, I can see this person, not just for tomorrow, but for next week and next month, next year on. And I think that's even how we've made it, because we had so many adjustments, so many things that has happened. And I think that is really what caught it.
I think too, it's like, guys, it's important that you vet the person. I was able to watch her graduate from college. I was able to watch her English get better. We really got to know each other. And I think a lot of guys fail to do that. Like, you go overseas and you instantly get gratified by what you see. You don't really take the time to vet the person. And I guess she was vetting me as I was vetting her. There's many times where I left a large sum of cash on the table to see if she'll take it. And I'm like, she gonna steal money from me? And she say, I see that you're trying to test me. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to
Yeah,
test
he
you.
did that. He did that.
But it got to the point where I had to like realize, like, you know what, that's stupid. Like I really need to see whether if I want to be with this person or not. And when I knew. That's when I realized, like, you know, I want to be with this person. So,
all right.
And again, I could have easily gone to DR, do the same thing what most guys would probably do, but it got to the point where it's like, I love being around this person. Like, I really enjoy having fun with this person. We drank, got drunk together, did things seriously together, and but we always talk, and that's something that could never take away. We always sit down and have conversations. So this would be a perfect segue to the whole Kenya situation.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So we're going to talk about this. I don't know if you want to stay up, if you want to bring your girl back on.
Hold on. I just want to, well, she ran downstairs real quick. I just got two more questions.
No problem.
Y'all segue out.
And just to let everybody know what we're going to segue to is to bring him back, the guy from Kenya that brought him back, so you know.
That's my question. That's where I'm going. I'm going with that. What made you know that you could or you wanted to bring back your significant other? And then, ladies, what was your deciding factor on whether you wanted to leave your country if you weren't one of the people that were eager to want to come to the United States? Because that's everybody's fear. They want to come to the United States and get a green card and take advantage of the men. What made y'all say, you know what? I know it might be a little uncomfortable for me to go to America because I really love my country. What made you say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make this leap with this man and trust him and know that he's not going to take advantage of me once I get there?
I think we all have choice.
Well, I'll get the first one because he asked the guy.
Oh,
so
sorry.
what made me? One, she didn't want to come back. You know, she had a job with the government, the Ministry of Health there. She didn't want to come back. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm trying to get there. She already had family that lived in New York. Her mom come up here once a year, probably. Is that what she used to come up?
Mhm.
She used to come up once a year. Dad had a house here. He lived here. So it wasn't like, oh, I got to get to the United States. It wasn't a big thing. It wasn't, I already have family that's there. My mom comes. It's not really an exciting thing. And it was like, man, I have to lose a lot here because I make enough money here that my lifestyle is there, is good. So you can see that it wasn't for a green card. It wasn't for anything. And I said, you know what? I can't. If I'm going to have somebody that I want to deal with, I just can't deal with them there. And even if somebody comes up and just helps me out with 20% of what I need to do, how much further I could go. Meaning, man, if you came up and just help with some things in the house and do this, how exponentially I could go up, and I could have a partner that's like looking out that we could do these. And then you look back and I said, man, what I'm really doing, I ain't, you go to the movies by yourself, you go somewhere else by yourself. And it's like, that's not fun. You want to have a companion to share stuff with. And then when I really knew I wanted to is when I would do something in the United States and then she wasn't here to share it with me. You want to have that experience like, oh man.
Right. These are dual questions. This is to set you up for a good night, fellas. So, answer them right now.
You bring so many memories, right? It's your turn.
Oh, okay. I mean, for me, it was just like I said, I knew that I wanted to be with her after that. I mean, once we made it official, I was traveling back to DR a lot. I think I was traveling once every other month back to DR. It got to the point where my passport literally became a Dominican passport.
And they were there like,
yeah, it's like, let them do it. I was back and forth.
They're like, you're back again? Damn.
Yeah. So I knew that I wanted to build something with her. And we talked about it a lot. Now, granted, she already had a life in DR. She had a life where she was working. She was making a decent amount of money. She had her own apartment, her own car. So I was flying and staying at her place, driving her car. So she was okay. She didn't really have to come to the States. She had a good life there. She was a jefe. I go to her job and people reporting to her. I'm like, okay, she's a boss lady, and but once we decided to make it official, she came to the States first time. She experienced the United States first as a tourist. And I kind of like taught her, hey, this is what the real deal life is in the United States. Showed her how much I was paying for electricity bill, mortgage, cars. And she was like, wow. I was like, yeah, this is the United States.
I was like, wow, we can live like rich people back home.
Yeah, she was like, all this money you pay, it's like we can live good in DR. So for her, she never really had a reason to come down. She had a good life there. Again, she has a degree, she had a career there, she had her own land, amazing place, car. So she was actually sacrificing a lot coming to the US. So once we decided, hey, let's make it official. I decided to take all the proper steps and do the engagement and everything else. And also too, I took on the responsibility, like, listen, I'll make sure that you are in the best position possible. So she trusted me with that, and here we are.
All right. So ladies, what made you trust him? What made you take that leap of faith?
Well, I like he said, we were knowing each other for a while already, even though they always say you never end knowing a person. But I already had an idea of how he was, if he could be a good partner, a good husband. I already kind of know that. So I also asked him at some point, I don't know if you remember that, I also asked him, oh, you moved to Dominican Republic? Yeah. And he said, because of my child, that's not something that I see happening in a while. So that's also, that also made me to take a decision to move here and be with him, because there was no other way. He couldn't understood that he couldn't move to Dominican Republic, but I could move here, and we went from there. Yeah,
I mean, we made we made a collective decision, so it wasn't something that was forced. It was something that we both agreed on, and we sold all of our things in DR, and that's the hardest part. I mean, for someone who built a life in Dominican Republic and to start over, it's not easy. And that's why it kills me when people say, oh, she getting a green card. It's not that cheap to get a green card. And so we put ourselves in the best position. Again, we've known each other for years. So it's not something that someone that I just met overnight and got overzealous. No, we got pushing almost 10 years now. So yeah, it was just time. One thing is, I have no regrets. I love the fact that she's here with me. I love the fact that she's my wife. She's the mother of my child, and we travel together. We drink together. We have a good time, and I don't miss that life. I don't miss it. I mean, sometimes I miss a single life, and she tells me, "Hey, I miss traveling."
Yeah, he do business.
We can travel together.
Yeah,
You gotta do that. You can go any country in the world.
She knows sometimes like, no, I can tell you miss traveling. Like, yeah, I do. But at the same time, I'm at a different stage in my life. So right now, it's all about family. It's about building, and we're a team.
All right. And finally, Yanil, what made you take that leap? I know you said in prior lives you proposed to your man instead of the reverse. And I've done the inverse. I've taken that leap of faith and moved to the Philippines and sold a lot of my stuff to do the expat life here. So what made you take that leap of faith to go back to America?
I don't have a choice. I gotta move because he was changing his career at the time. I just have to trust him at the end of the day. And he was like, it's no way that I can move to the Dominican Republic until I achieve what I decide in the journey that I just started. So I don't have no choice. I have to pick between he and build a family, the beautiful family we have together, and sacrifice myself too, because I'm being always really close to my mom and to my family, very close. For me, it was really hard that morning that I have to come here. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you sure you want to be here? You looks like sad. You looks like depressed. And when you're an immigrant, it's like you don't know where you belong to. So I miss home a lot. I miss my family and everything I have there. I have to sell my stuff too for move here. And it's like start from zero. It's try to build my curriculum, my career, start from bottom jobs and then go up and being like patient with my own self. Like, hey, you know what? I'm here now, but in a year, I expect it to be level up, or I expect it to be in this stage of my life. That's how the themes was, but I'm glad to my decision. I have a amazing husband. He is a great husband, great dad, great friend. He's my best friend. I always say that in other live stream. When I need advice, when I need to talk to someone, I always run into him. He is like my safe place. And even when he told me I will switch career, things will be difficult, I was like, you know what? I'm next to you, and we stick together no matter what. And he always achieved what he promised. Mm-hmm. And he made me feel safe. And I think every woman, before even to have a man that can, we was talking about that yesterday, driving somewhere. I don't know where we was, but I remember we was like, more than find a man that provider for us, because we can make money. I mean, we can hustle. We know how to make money. We have our career. We have our professions. We can make money there. We can make money here. We can make money whatever you put us, because that's how we are, hardworking women. But feel like you have somebody that protecting you. That was everything for me, especially because when my dad passed, my mom was the one that she have to take care of my sister and I. She was like, I will never get married and bring a man under the roof with my girls living. So when I met him, and not just because he is physically strong, but he made me feel that safe. He got me.
Okay. Last and final question. I think it might be the most important question. What advice can you give me? What advice can you give me or the other people listening looking to do the same thing you guys did? What should I be looking for within the family? What should I be looking for in life?
Don't bring him back. I was messing with you.
Don't bring him back.
Maybe put you
right,
up.
go ahead.
before we answer your question, I know. I think we
Yeah.
already talked. Like you regret yourself to bring.
But before we
bring
answer your question, we're going to transition to the other one because
Okay.
I think if we talk about that,
Mhm.
it'll help out with that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you in the back, and then when you bring your
Okay.
girl back, just wave at me, and we're gonna do it because I think
Yeah,
that's
what's the
gonna.
comment section saying? I can't see the comments.
You cannot see. It was.
No,
They were there.
yeah.
No, they are there on the bottom.
I don't have my glasses.
Oh, welcome, Kino.
So I'm gonna
No problem.
because I got to throw him.
They sent
I gotta
you.
throw
That's
him
what I
down.
say. Welcome to the club.
And
I
then
got you.
we're going to inadvertently answer your question because that's what we're going to do. And then when I see your girl back up, I'm gonna bring her back. Bring her.
I mean, are
here.
people saying some positive things, or
Yeah. Nothing.
anyone hating on me?
No, nobody hating on you. So we're making this transition, guys. Even somebody said this, and I'll read in a sense what someone chat they said. It says, Black Man Travels. This is true. They just think that. I think that telling serious men with serious relationships aren't getting the attention that the TNA mongers do. So, for instance, we're talking. We have a few people watching, but we don't get the same views as someone telling you, "Look at that booty. Look at this. I just got scoped. She took my money. I'm fighting with this prostitute because I got to kick her out because she charged me $100 and now she wants $150. All that drama goes, and a lot of guys on here want to talk about that drama. We talk about the guy from Kenya, and they say you shouldn't have brought her back. You shouldn't bring him back. So we want to talk about that. Should you bring him back? What happened with him and his situation? Does that deter everyone in their situation? And is it just y'all want to see the TNA? Do y'all just want to see the booties everywhere? Because I've done that, did that, but there comes a time in your life when you say, man, I have to mature. And if all you're doing is spending your monies on the TNA, there's a maturity level that I've surpassed. It's almost like if you're a person that have had Mercedes, BMWs, Lamborghinis, you don't really talk about it no more because you've already had that. It's nothing that you have to show off because you've already done it. You transition in your life and say, I need to do something a little more different, a little more upscale. And here's the thing. People want to see us fail. If I said me and her getting a divorce and she cheated on me and she took the kid, oh man, we have 1,000 watch. See, told you shouldn't have brought her back. Told you this. People always want to see you fail in this aspect, and they want to watch your failure. Y'all watch those channels because you want to see them crash out. You want to see them. And I want to ask you this. That says more about you than it does about us. You want to see somebody else's demise. You looking for them to fall, just so I can say that I told you so. You shouldn't have did this. And you know why a lot of people said you shouldn't have did this? Because it happened to them and they want to see it happen to somebody else.
Or their life ain't worth shit, so they just want nothing but sorrow in your life.
Yeah.
So why shouldn't you bring him back? Why should you complaining about I'm taking this girl on a date that cost me $75, but you're willing to pay $800 to pick a plane trip somewhere? You complaining about the little money you spend on a girl here, but willing to spend a lot to go over there. So if your life is built around, I gotta go overseas to get me some, and you continually spend the money like that, there has to come a time in your life. And the reason I say this is, how many guys have gone overseas? Nobody in the States know where they at. They die over there with a heart attack. Nobody even cared. The girl you was with surely didn't care. All she gonna do is go through your things as quickly as she can and leave the room.
Go through your pockets.
Yep. The one dude who died and he was living with the girl. He got shot or something. Yeah, somebody walked up and shot him. They just took his gold chain and kept stepping. Nobody's doing that. So if you want to live your life with a consistent in, out, that's fine. But remember, as you get older, as your health goes down, as your legacy doesn't go, they don't care about you. So if you want to say, I don't want to bring them back, I always want to know what the result is and what your end goal is.
I mean, you have to take in consideration that listen to the people who say that dumb shit. These are the people who don't even freaking travel. These are the people that monger in these destinations. These are the same people who do not get into a relationship. These are the same people that don't do shit. So again, before you start taking advice and listen to the people that's saying that dumb shit, look at their life. Look at the optics that they're giving out. There's brothers like us, like Fearless and myself, Roland, and others, plenty others, who are doing amazing things in these countries, bringing their wives back to the States, living happy lives, building businesses, living their best lives. But yet you guys are stuck on stupid to follow on dudes that just recently started traveling and you just want to just talk about dumb shit. So yeah, it's easy to pick on someone who just recently experienced that his wife just left him for a richer white guy and now he's going through a lot of shit. But at the same time, there's brothers out there like us who are living our best lives, doing amazing things that don't get no attention at all.
And it's crazy. You say, don't bring him back. Don't do this. You know, the amazing weekend we've had with the people we didn't bring back. Families together, play together, talk together, eat together, break bread together. I think the little one woke up a little bit. I don't really experience that with my single dudes. Is just like, what about that hoe? Look at that ass. There's no solidarity. There's no talking about, hey man, what is it I can do for my daughter so that she has a college life? What is it I can, what do you think about housing here? What do you think about health? Hey, this is what I'm doing to stay in shape. None of that. It's all superficial. When you start to have a legacy or something to live for, your whole perspective changes. When you bring your families together, you start to respect each other in a whole different way. It's a different level to say, man, I've opened my doors to someone. And when that happens, you don't look at I can't look at Kanal the same. I can't say, oh man, that's just Kanal. I got to look at it like, man, something happened to him. We met his wife already. Man, I met his daughter. I met his son. I met, it becomes more entrenched in that. And when you become entrenched with people, they become like your family. And family is entirely different than just, I went on vacations with somebody and we hit this hole. It's entirely different.
I mean, one thing, guys, you have to understand, when you out there, again, putting your phone down, touching grass, hugging the tree, and living your life, you are now experiencing life for what it is. Mm-hmm. It's easy to jump on multiple live streams and talk about the same echo chamber conversations. But if you go out there where I'm flying out to Dallas with my family, like I literally had to buy 5 plane tickets to come to Dallas, spend time with Fearless and his family, go out to dinner, do tourist activities, but yet sit down and do a live stream. That tells me, hey, you know what? I see this brother more than just a traveler. I see someone that I can break bread with, that I can help build with. And that's the type of person I am. Yeah, it's cool that we out there traveling and having a good time, but at the same time, we need to come back to reality and understand that, hey, listen, what do I really want to do with my life? I can only chase after ass for so much to a point where it's like, okay, what's next? And again, if marriage is not for you, it's not for you, but don't hate on the next man who wants that, who wants to have a family, who wants to have a wife. Don't hate on him because you don't want that. And that's my problem with the whole Passport Bro stuff, because you guys are promoting one narrative where there's other brothers out there living in amazing lives, domestic and overseas, with their wives, with their families, but yet you guys were quick to clown them. And I that's something I just don't jive with.
And the sad thing is, we kind of touched on this before, because we want to talk about the guy from Kenya who brought his from the United States, got with the Kenyan, married her, they had a child, he brought her back. All y'all ever want to do is say the negative. As a brotherhood, y'all never say, how that dude feeling, man?
And that's what annoys me the most.
Yeah, just think, his whole life has played. You have not heard nothing from him. He ain't put nothing out there. His whole life has played on World Star. His whole mental health is gone. Y'all get to see him and make all these comments about everything is, but nobody's talked about how that brother feel, man. What's really going on with him? Y'all want to see him fail.
And that's my problem. Like I'm truly disappointed with all you guys out there doing these live streams, talking about this brother, man. Like this man, literally in real time, is seeing his life crashing, and there has not been a single live stream try to build his brother up. You guys are focusing on calling him a simp, loser, all this stuff. This man is getting played by his so-called wife live for the whole world to mock, and no one's not checking on this man's mental state. We don't even know what kind of shit this man's going through emotionally, mental, raising a daughter by himself now, raising a kid by himself now. And that's why I personally have fall back and not participate in these live streams, because I felt like, you know what, you guys are making this shit more worse than what it is. But at the same time, this is social media. You guys love to see train crashes. And the thing is, too, you guys are listening to people who have no real experience of dealing with real situations. So, yeah, a man is hurting, and you guys are taking glee while a man's hurting. Oh, don't bring him to the state. Don't bring him to the state. And these are the dudes that don't even fucking travel. These are the dudes that go to the same monger spots every trip, fucking the same hole, and come back and think that, you know, hey, I'm a world traveler. No, you're not. Like, I've been over I'm close to 50 countries. Phil has done his thing around the world. My girl now, we travel together. So, but at the same time, we got a brother that's hurting right now. We don't know what he's going through at this very moment, holding a child in his hand while his wife out there is playing him. And it's just like, no one's not checking on this brother, man. It's like, hey, don't bring him to the state. Don't bring him to the state. It's just wild to me, man.
And the thing is, the other question would be, you go over there, you have fun, you have sex, you paying for it. It's not really a come up. It's not like you flexing. That's the one thing. And my other thing is, you had a child. Why wouldn't you bring her back? I guess I'm like, what kind of, because that would be a reflection on you. What kind of father would you be? What kind of man would you be to say, I have a child, I'm not bringing them back?
I've heard brothers say, leave them where you met them. So that means if you have a child, you're gonna leave that child in the worst situation possible. What kind of statement for you to even say that towards your own child? If I have a child, my child's gonna come and be with me. But at the same time, I'm not dumb enough to go bang a chick raw where I don't even know the person and I want to bring them to the States. I'm not gonna do that. So again, there's countless of resources and brothers talking to you guys, telling you guys you got to vet, you got to take your time, don't rush. But you young guns, you Thundercats, don't listen. And we're now in this current situation where now the passport bro is the laughing stock of the travel space. And you got guys getting kicked out of Kenya because they've been promoting the wrong information, taking the information elsewhere. You got guys who just monger, think that they're travel experts. It's just crazy, man. And again, listen, marriage is not for everybody. And I always made that clear. If you want to go out there and monger, go out there and monger, but be transparent with your intention. Be honest with yourself.
That's right.
If you're trying to find love in a whole destination, you're not going to find it, man. You're going to find problems and STDs. But if you realize, hey, you know what? I want to be a single for the rest of my life and travel the world, do that. No one's not going to hate on you. But if you're looking for love, looking for a family, be honest with yourself. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to get laughed at, and take your time. The same rules that you apply in the United States, apply it overseas. If you don't date a certain type of person in the United States, do that overseas. Take your time. I mean, what's your thought?
Yeah, that's the same thing that when Janelle and me did the podcast a few weeks ago. That's the same thing I was saying in that podcast. Why will you categorize? That's the right way to say. Why will you categorize everybody for something that you think is like that, or it should be like that, just because your own experience or someone's experience? Why you, like, for example, they say all Dominicans are this thing, right? All Dominican women are this type of way. Okay, but why do you say that? Do you know all the Dominican women? Have you experienced this with all the Dominican women? No, you go to a specific spot. So you are looking for a good woman in this specific spot, but what spot is that? Are you looking in the church or are you in Sosua?
Sosua.
So if you're looking in Sosua for the right woman for you to get married with, I'm not saying that there is bad, or that all the women in Sosua are bad women, but you know where you are going. You know where you're looking at. So do not be transparent. Like he said, do not put everybody in a bucket just because your experience.
Correct.
What happened?
No, we're talking about bringing them back, and here's the thing. I think we can talk about this. Don't even think it's the culture, because you have a cousin that brought one back. Wasn't the girl who your aunt that came here, her son?
Boy.
I can't talk about that. They don't watch the show. They watch the show? Oh, we won't talk about them. They watch the show.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no coaching like that.
It's alcohol.
I'm just saying, just because you
Tía, yo no sé nada, tía.
just because you a Dominican can get got just as much as a brother.
Yeah.
So don't think that it's the culture. They can do the same thing to their own people. So
The couple you was talking today.
Yeah, there was a couple in New York that happened last week where a Dominican married another Dominican, and she brought a cousin who was her husband back in DR. Her cousin's so-called husband was living in her new husband's house. The husband got wing of it because she got pregnant and had a child. The child ended up looking like the cousin who is the husband, and the real husband decided to kill all three of them.
Man.
That was abusive right there.
That went to the extreme.
No, that was
Because it's rarely you see that's a psycho thing.
Yeah, that's the words of the
No,
words.
that's a psycho thing, because how you bring your own husband, you marry. I married
no,
you.
they were
I mean, my husband. I introduced my husband to my husband.
To my man.
That was ruthless.
At the yeah.
And they was all Dominican, so
Yes.
it happens to Dominicans.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now, granted, again, we don't want to just shade Dominican internal issues. This happens with Haitians. I've heard Haitian stories where a Haitian man go out, married a Haitian girl, brought her back to the country, and she so-called had a cousin that she was effing, and that the husband found out, she had to escape for the rest of her life because us Haitians, we will kill you.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, we'll unalive you. But this happened in every country. But the thing is, be careful on the type of person you meet. A lot of guys, you guys get caught up by the pretty face and big ass. You think, hey, I found a wife because she gave you great sex, not knowing that you really haven't gone through some really trials and tribulation and some real vetting experience to understand, hey, this person would be a good wife, will this person be a good mother? You don't do that because you're just fascinated by what you're doing.
Can we talk
I'm
about
gonna say this. I know this is. I want you to comment on this. I want you to comment. I know, against my better judgment, I know a lot of y'all say, "Oh, I wouldn't bring a chick back from Sosua, or I wouldn't do this."
But hold on, there's
No.
a good women in Sosua.
No,
the
no,
local
no.
ones.
I'm gonna say this. We know some people in Rio
In Brazil, yeah.
that the chick is out there, was out there.
Mm-hmm. And she was talking to us in the bar that we went, and she said, I gotta go in the middle of the conversation because she said she was the guy, James now is her husband, and if James find out that I'm here in Copacabana, he will be mad. And I was like, why? And then she ended to say what she did, what she is.
But he know what she is.
You
And I
think?
said, oh,
That's why he doesn't like.
But then,
that's why he don't want her to be
we
there.
cannot
But
blame
I say that to
those
say this.
guys. We cannot blame those guys.
What the comments are saying so far?
Put the comments there. We
Yeah.
cannot. I cannot see with no
They're in
glasses.
the bottom. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta click live chat over there. Live chat
No,
over
I'm
there.
gonna
Papi.
bring this one over here. So, and I say that to say this: The girl came here. I don't want to say her name. She came here. She they got married. She brought her daughter here.
She live in a main.
She live in a big house. He got a big car.
Yeah.
And she changed. I don't know. She like, look, I got my husband.
You can.
I
see.
used to be a prostitute, and I'm not that anymore. I'm with this man. Not only that, we know some dudes. I can't even say his name just in case he watched, but you know the brother you said is ugly.
Oh yes.
He date the girl who's a prostitute. He married to, bought her a car, put her through college, got her a restaurant,
Yes.
and he know exactly what she do. So when y'all say these chicks can't find nobody, look, I used to say, "Oh man, this is the type of girl you are. You can't find nobody." I'll never say that no more because I've seen girls who have been out there who've been ran through, find people who would deal with them, love them, and give them all kinds of money.
But you think that's those women fault or the guys?
It's the guy, but I can't even say it's the guy's fault because at some point they said, "I'm cool with you," and the girl said, "I'm cool with you."
That's right.
Yeah.
They trust.
So we want to say, "Don't bring him back.
Right.
Don't do this." Sometimes that prostitute. What about the girl in Colombia?
Which one?
The one who was like, "Yeah, I'm exposing
yes.
all y'all dudes who used to
Yes.
write me because I'm a whore. Y'all used to have sex with me anyway."
And she married.
And she married a dude.
and I
he
tell Adrian, look at what I
everything.
see on Instagram.
He pay everything. She be like, "Here go my watch. Here go this. I ain't leaving nobody. I just had my baby and I just had my other surgery."
And
And I
she
used
was
to-
like, I
and-
don't need to work
And she would do
ever
this.
again.
Yeah, she do this. Y'all girls in Cartagena don't know what to do. Yeah, I was a whore. and I got my man. And she's like, "Y'all don't know how to whore right."
No, but hold
Yeah, that's
on.
how she
Hold
Y'all
on.
don't know how to whore right.
Hold on. But that girl have a hard taste. Jenny, that's hard to swallow.
So
Because
is
that-
bad?
Oh my God, that
He a big dude.
It's ugly. He
But
Yeah,
she
but-
love
What do you
it.
mean big dude? Like fat big?
fat.
Yeah,
No, like big muscle or
But
anything.
probably
He's
that's not
fat
what-
and he's
yeah,
like
but
in his 60s.
That's not what she saw. Probably she saw something else, like the stability and things like that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So
Probably
we can
that's not
always
what
say
she
that
saw.
you can't look. My things are saying you'll never find nobody. Them days is over because people will find them. And then to say
That
that you
faith.
can't be happy.
Have
I
faith.
know 3 dudes, and we know 3 of them.
I'm gonna say this.
Linzo this that have married either
Look.
married prostitutes or were serious relationships with them, and they happy.
Look, a one man trash is another man trash.
Yep,
And
Another man, what?
trash.
trash.
Oh, trash.
Like your trash is someone else's treasure.
Mhm.
And the thing is, like that's why when guys say like, "Oh, she hits the wall, she can't find another man," that's bullshit. I mean, again, my mother is 78, soon to be 78 years old. She got married to her 3rd husband at 76 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this dude, I go back home to Miami. He's like taking care of my mom. So again, that's why it's like when dudes say, "Oh, you hit the wall, you're not gonna find anybody." Like
You can.
you can't speak on that.
See, the thing is, your mom probably cook good.
My mom don't cook.
Oh, she don't cook.
I mean, not anymore. She just cook like 3 times a week. That's it.
Oh, but that's probably all he need, though. You know what I'm saying? As a dude, he like, "Look, man, I got conversation. I got somebody I can come home to who knows."
Look,
where
one
I'm
thing
at."
is my mother always been an
Partner.
attractive woman,
Mhm.
but even at her age, she was still meeting the church dudes. I'm like,
76. I know.
yeah, she
I
got
say,
my-
guys, don't keep the faith. Keep the faith.
all I'm saying, guys, like again, there's guys out there who want marriage. There's some guys who want a relationship. Don't clown them. The guy from the Kenya girl, there were some flags that he ignored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were some flags that he chose not to address, and now here we are.
But my about talking about that situation, and we was talking about that this morning. It was like how she left her child behind.
Yeah,
No, that's not normal.
that's not normal.
That's something
That's
big going
not
on.
a flag. That's a big blanket.
Yes.
No, but something big going on because it's no way I will leave my daughter
Yeah.
behind for living my life.
Like-
you know?
And I was saying, we don't really know what happened there. Like
Yeah.
we haven't heard her side or his side
Yeah.
or know what the really what the reality is. But in my opinion, I don't think I will let my child behind, no matter what is happening in that house.
Yep.
No matter what, I don't think I will leave. I don't think I will leave my
But
child.
what you guys think? And then if he never speak his true and she never speak
Maybe
her
he's a
true,
private guy.
how this come to social media?
Yeah, how people came to the
How
conclusion
people-
that
Yeah, how people know what happened? What's going on?
they're human.
I think they had a channel. He stopped the channel. She kept posting on her Instagram, and then that all changed because she was posting when they were together, like going shopping and things like that. And then I think it changed. Like, oh, I'm in Las Vegas and I'm single and I'm showing all of this.
Okay.
And I think that's how it goes.
But he didn't say nothing about it.
Yeah, I think he
People
just
Can
didn't
all
do
say
it.
he,
So
he
my
is
question,
a
I got a
private.
question for you guys, for the females. A lot of guys out there say, don't bring him back. Do not bring, you meet a girl overseas, leave her there because she's going to change if you bring her to the United States. How can a guy who is traveling, who would like to meet a good woman, what signs should he look for if he wants to bring a woman back? He's like, I like this girl. She's a nice girl. What would you say to him? Like, here's the things you need to really look out for before you decide to bring her back here.
See how she acting with her family. See how independent she can be. How
See,
she living her life.
Felipe Lindsay say, do not, he put this in capital letters. Do not bring them back. And so my question, Felipe, if you can expand upon that,
Yeah, let me expand on that.
why do you feel that you shouldn't bring them back? And I'm going to let these young ladies continue their question or answers.
What are you stopping?
You said make sure that you meet her family.
Make sure that you see how she living her life over there. Because if over there she depend on you and economic and your money, or doesn't work or don't have a good job, what make you think that person will come here with any vision? What type of woman you bring in here? Also, if she have child, the way she treat her child, the way is the relationship with the parents. What else you can add?
I'm saying the same thing. Like, see how this person behave
With the friends too.
yes, and not only how she behave when she's in front of you, but also how she behave when she is not with you. You gotta know what this person is doing when she's not with you. There are also little things that you see. It's not like someone asking you for money because they need it. Also, it's not that you're gonna be stingy and not provide this woman with money because I know you want to treat your woman. You want her to look good. You want her to do this, to do that, and that's good. But in the meantime, you gotta know what's happening with this that you are providing. What is she doing? If she's studying, if she have goals, if she have some future plans, because sometimes you will meet people that they don't want to work, they don't want to do
They
nothing.
don't even know
They
where
don't want
they're
to do
going.
nothing with life, and you ask them how do you see yourself within 5, 10 years, and they will say like, I don't know.
But also,
I mean,
even-
Um,
I mean, just to piggyback what both of you guys just said, is that you met a girl in her country. She doesn't do anything in her country. What makes you think she's going to become or do something in the United States?
if they never
If
work in their
she
life,
never went to school, she dropped out of school, she never had a job. What makes you think that you're going to inspire her to do something greater than she ain't doing in her own country? Like, really pay attention to that. If she was lazy in her country, she's going to be super lazy in the States. If she was like, her way of paying her bills was through sleeping with men in her country, she'll do that over here in the United States.
Correct.
So the thing is, there are optics that you guys choose to ignore because you're being overzealous and infatuated by the pussy and the ass.
So my question to you guys is,
But,
why didn't y'all change? You know,
okay,
because
well,
that's the thing.
before and something else. You know, in social media, you can pick a lot of things about women. You can pick a lot of red flags, depend of the thing the people posting in there. Just checking the social media, checking even the body language, the way that she talk, express herself. That tell you a lot. Even the way a person eat, you can tell a lot.
I'm gonna say this. My wife mentioned that when she first started dating me, she was on my social media channel.
Mhm.
She had a general idea as far as the type of person I am. I was on her social media as well. I was on Instagram, like going through until like 2015, 2012.
You didn't see nothing showing up.
I didn't see nothing that I felt like, you know
right?
what,
Yeah.
this seems
There-
suspect.
there-
Her Facebook, I went through her Facebook. I went all the way to the day she opened her Facebook account.
Exactly.
2012,
And again, I'm
2010.
looking, assessing.
Oh my God.
Okay, if she's chatting with other dudes like freely, if she's showing butt pics, thirsty pics, I pay attention to those things.
Exactly.
And the thing, same thing, she was looking at me, I'm looking at her. Because I have to understand what type of person I'm dealing with.
But they so rushing that they don't take the time to do.
Because they're thirsty.
Exactly. They don't take the time to let me really know you. Let me see you in all your stage. Even when it's about have a hard conversation, sometimes you like somebody really much. You like the body, you like the personality. You got that experience when that girlfriend that you say she was great, she was good, but she was crazy.
Yeah,
It was hard for you to communicate with her.
crazy.
And it's a lot of things that you need to think about, study, and take literally study, do your homework.
I'm gonna help.
Did
I'm gonna
Felipe
bring.
answer?
Yeah, no. But Felipe answered because the question is, he says, do not bring him back, and then ask why. So this is kind of what I'm gonna sum up a little bit what Felipe says. First, he says you guys come here
Mhm.
and you get with your other Dominican people and your friends from your country, and then they teach y'all all the bad things, and they teach you these bad things, and they corrupt you.
Yes.
So no one can have independent thought?
No, I'm
No.
only reading. I'm just
Felipe,
reading.
you sound like a dumbass.
No, hold up,
No,
don't
hold
fall
on,
in there,
Alex.
don't fall in there, hold up. Wait,
Be
wait,
gentle.
yeah,
I've been drinking.
So
No, it's okay.
he
Be
down in his
gentle,
bottle.
Cano.
So we're gonna go through it all, Felipe. I just want to go to this.
I'm about to go in on Felipe ass.
So what Felipe is saying that you guys come here
Ooh.
and they corrupt you.
Who corrupt you?
Your family corrupt, like okay. You come.
Ay,
you come
Felipe, espérate,
It-
Jenny.
Hold on, let me sum it up like this.
Jen,
Hold
hold
on,
on. They corrupting us for 12 years. It's no way, buddy, that they be corrupting
No,
me.
but not you. I'm saying in
No,
general.
but
Hold
in
up,
general.
stop.
Okay.
Because they chose a weak bitch.
So no, hold up, don't say it.
Stop.
Let me help you out. So this is what he's saying basically. A
I
woman,
mean, no,
let's
I
say like the Kenyan
You know,
woman
enjoy
or
it.
any woman, they
Yeah.
come over to the
That's what I
United
was gonna get
States.
to do.
When they get to the United States, their Dominican friends, like say your cousin is there, whomever, say, girl, you don't have to do with this. You can do this, or this is how it is in the United States. And they say all the things that you can do. Like, oh, girl, he keep you where? You don't have to stay in the house. You can go out and party. Whatever they say to put that negative influence in you, they are telling you the American way. Like, as in DR, you can do that, but girl, you in America now, and this is how you connect. So your friends and your influence are changing your behavior. So let's start with that first.
No.
I don't. So I
Don't
want
hold
to.
back.
I
Be
want to
honest.
answer. No, I want to answer that question. Asking this person a question.
Felipe.
The people that
Yes,
you
Felipe, hold on. He's
Felipe.
bad with the names.
No, he's saying exactly. So I'm summing it up. We're gonna go through one
Yeah.
at a time.
I-
So let's start
I
with
want
that.
to
We're gonna
answer-
get to the other ones.
I want to
Felipe.
answer his question, asking him a question. The people that you surround with, do they normally do? Do you normally do what they do?
So Felipe, do you normally do what your friends do? Are you
like
letting your friends
if they are
corrupting
drinkers,
you?
if they're smokers, if they do drugs, if they do this, do you normally do what they do? Do you normally do what they say on their own experience? Do you act like they
Okay.
say you're supposed to act? Because I think that
Oh, and look at the camera here.
I'm sorry.
They
I'm looking at the comment, but I think because I
Love
think
it.
that
That was
I think that you choose who to be and how to act. No matter like if you tell me that I should still with you, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna do it. You're gonna do your thing, and I'm gonna do my thing. It doesn't mean that I need to do, and I'm gonna do what you are doing. So I don't think that people will make you change if you do not choose that you want to change.
Yeah, I agree. Good say, sister. Hermana, bien trabajo. But also, let me add this too. And I will say it in Spanish, and you can translate it in English. Si tu amiga salta por el puente, ¿tú vas a saltar por el puente?
If your friend jump from a bridge, are you gonna jump too?
That was my mom's sentences for everything. All the time, I have to take the decisions, or maybe I have a friend that she doesn't like it. She is spat a mile away. I don't like you hanging out with that friend. I need to cut it off the relationship. Stop talking to your friend. That girlfriend, I don't like she around you. And she always say that. If you see somebody jump from the bridge, are you going to jump from the bridge? And then if I do, I'm a donkey. Because I have my own thoughts, my own perception about everything in my life.
Yeah.
I got a goals. I got a know that I'm follow. And no matter how much you barking here, that don't go and stop me because I have my mission.
So like I tell you, let's party every weekend. Your husband is gonna stay there with the child.
And
are you doing
exactly. And actually, when I moved here, I experienced what you mentioned about chains from American culture. You remember American females was telling me, I'm in America, I should not be submissive. I should not do the things that I traditionally do, that we should split roles in the house, which is okay. If he have to do the dishes for me, he will do it. He don't have any problem. If I feel sick and he have to take care of me, man, and I think that's what is relationship about. And I got always that in Dominican Republic, here the things are different. That never come from people from my culture. That was from American side. And I was like, no, but he's my husband. I want to be home when he gets home. I want to have the dinner ready when he gets home. And the house clean for the weekend because we like to enjoy our house and our time together. I don't want to be doing chores when I can spend my full time in the weekend with him. Did that answer the questions?
Yeah. I mean, no, he got a few more. And just to
Okay.
sum up it, I think some of it. If you grow up, people who are easily influenced, they never had the foundation anyway. They're going to go to whatever aspect of life somebody can lead them to. I listen, and I can say, I can listen to you, but I'm not going to change on that. What's that?
The wine.
Oh, the wine.
Sorry, I didn't catch it.
Let's go a little bit further to what he's saying. He has an issue that, and this is I got to come back on you, Felipe. I'm going to kind of read it a little bit. Felipe says there's an arbitrage of the currency exchange, the U.S. currency and their currency. So basically, he's saying we have the advantage when we're in your country. And once you come here, there's no more advantage. The advantage meaning because we make, like when you look and see how much he makes, and you're like, well, man, he make $200,000 and I make $200. So that puts
$1,000 in my country. If I work and I make $1,000 in my country, it's $1,000.
No, but I'm saying what he's saying
But-
is once you bring him here, then that advantage of having more money and more currency over him
Okay,
is bad.
but what is he looking for?
I'm just asking.
Also-
Okay, but what are you looking for? You're looking for a wife, or you just want to have fun? Because if you want to have fun, do not bring them to the States.
But-
Now, if you want a family, how are you having a family living overseas and you coming 3 times a year? How
No.
like how's that gonna last in a talking about the long-term relationship? How's that gonna work? Do you think that within 10-20 years you're gonna still be with that person in a distance relationship?
There's no way.
What are you looking for? Because if you I mean, if you're looking for a family, if you're looking for
You
a
drunk?
wife,
You drunk, man? You
Yeah,
okay?
man, I'm good.
if you're looking for a family, if you're looking for a wife,
I want to talk shit.
how
Go ahead, get on.
how
We need
is
some
that?
action.
She
You're
got it, she
you're
got it, she
thinking
got it.
about
Yeah.
the money situation that now you will be spending more money in dollars, so it means that you will have less money for yourself or less money to
I think what happens
save?
is this, and it's sad, Felipe, the guys that do that. The guys that do that, who bring a woman over, or not even bring it over, they go to the countries because they feel they have a financial advantage over the women.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, when you do that, all you're doing is you're a different type of controlling person. You're trying to just use your finances to do it. Somebody always gonna have more money than you. They can find somebody who seeks it over things. So if that's your only advantage, is I got some money and I make more than you, it's never gonna be an advantage, because that means that woman's seeking money, and the only thing you're using is a crutch is her money, your money. And what you're trying to do is, even in the United States, you see it where guys are like, the woman won't get divorced because he's manipulating the money. He won't let her go anywhere, and it's all about the cash. That's a weak dude in that character, that he feels he has to either keep that woman or manipulate that woman because of money.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I think Felipe is a dude that wants to keep his foot on their neck. He wants to keep them in their poverty state so he can control the situation. That's what it is. Felipe, you're a weak man. You want to go and control the situation so you have the most say. So the fact that you don't want to bring it to the States, you don't want to see that how your life is really is United States.
This is what he's saying in a sense. So he says, what I'm saying is, if you make $150,000 in the U.S. in Latin America, that's a lot of money to share and spend in that country. You are correct. But here's the thing. I don't even let. Do you know how many times I've showed some girl in Latin America and them how much I make? None. They have no idea. I don't let them. I'm broke over there. I pretend the same way. You know where we going? You know where my spot is every time I go to your country. Provocon. You know what Provocon? Provocon is like
I hate that
chicken, some rice, and some yuca.
Yes.
And it ain't no high class spot. It's a lower. I don't even say it's probably like a lower class spot. Roasted chicken, some rice in there.
Really,
and I got money to go to a high class restaurant. And when she said, "Where you want to go?" I want to go to Provocon. And I want to get that chicken, and I'm gonna eat that chicken all day. I'm gonna do that.
Rice.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Rice and beans.
See a guy who goes to that country and he's leading with his wallet. When you start leading with your wallet, you like, I got this. That's your first thing out the box. I'm not wearing no name. The only name brand thing I might have is my shoes, just because those are the name brand shoes.
I mean,
other than that, I'm not flashing it. And that's the problem. Y'all flashing it. And yeah, you make a lot of money here, but if that woman knows you making this money, then she only coming after you for your money.
Okay, let me tell you what, babe, how much money you thought I was making when you met me?
I don't know. You never told me. I never asked either.
Until you came to the States, you realized how much money I was making, right?
That's when you told me, yeah. When I was here.
The problem is, you guys are going overseas telling people how much you make. Who the fuck does that?
And you don't ask either.
But let me say something. Okay, can I read that comment?
And
why are we reading comment? The comment is
I can't see that.
I'm sorry. She don't want me to read that but a super chat, but I'm gonna help Felipe out.
No.
Because Felipe is saying, I'm not saying you should show it off.
What are you reading? I said no reading.
See, now I can read it. I'm not saying you should show that off. I'm saying you both level up in their country.
And just to let you know, Felipe is not talking about his situation. He's a married man. He's talking about friends of his that he's seen this situation transpire with.
I'll say this, right? And Felipe, where are you from? Is he Dominican?
I don't know yet.
But my thing, go ahead, Keno.
Yeah, my thing is this. Like, I think a lot of guys, particularly a lot of Dominican Americans, when you guys go back to DR, you guys overdo it. I watch you guys overdo it in a way where
share?
Mr. One with the corn.
I'm
You
sorry.
go
I
there
didn't
with
see
your
that's right here.
with
Sorry
your
about that.
chains, your big gold chains. You want to flash your dollars, flash your, flash your jewelry and your Jordans. You guys overdo it. You want to show your wealth versus someone like myself and Fearless. When we go there, we don't need to prove nobody nothing. We're just Americans. But you guys, the Dominican nationals, when you guys go back home, Colombian national, Brazilian nationals, you guys want to show your other fellow Brazilian, Dominicans, Colombians that you got money. So you guys overdo it. So guess what? You attract the wrong people. That's based on what I've been seeing.
Yeah, that is true.
You come there with your big chain, jewelry on, Yankee hat, Louis Vuitton bag, and I know I probably make more money than you, but somehow you look richer than me. So when you get there, you throw the money up in the air. You want to buy this, Bogart this, Patron, all this. You overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
So you attract the girl that want that man that have that spending life.
But the men have not the spending life, but the men they can have fast money.
Yeah.
Because it's a different when you want a guy spend money on you and take advantage of a guy, or when you want to build an empire. It's two different things.
I noticed that whenever a national go back to their home country, they overdo it.
He's from Louisiana. He's saying that. But here's the thing,
Okay.
Felipe.
Felipe from Louisiana. What the hell?
You go to those people, men, go to that country, and they spend, they stay, they eat like they make the $150,000. So obviously, if you're in this type of restaurant, this type of hotel, you in this type of place, there's certain women that see you and they like, oh, he has to have money, because the regular person is not doing that. So you're going to attract that type of person who looks for that. He says he's in Colombia now. He lives there. So if you're there and you're staying in a higher established place, you eating at the nice restaurants, you driving a nice car, or you getting the different type of Ubers. You're not eating with the regular people. You're not dressing like the regular people. They start to see you and like they get you with money. And if that girl is only attracted to your cash, that's what happens. So when you bring her back, she is expecting that type of lifestyle. She's expecting, how can I level up? All of those things are an expectation of what she's trying to get from you. And that's why a lot of y'all go over there, and what she'll ask you to do is she will not even open her mouth to ask a Colombian that same thing.
No, she wouldn't.
You all right? You need some more ice?
Yeah.
Jenny,
babe, can
ice.
you give me another ice?
Sure.
Please.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks. I need water.
So I think that's the problem with guys bringing them back. The problem with guys bringing them back is, one, they painted a picture. And I can't even say this guy painted a picture. I feel more sorry for the guy in Kenya, because if you're a dude who's really looking for something sincere,
And he looks like a dude who's looking for something.
yeah, something more sincere. Like, I found somebody, I have a child with them.
Yeah, he was
And-
happy. He was proud, man. I'm like, man.
And here's the thing is, we don't blame the women when that happens, So it becomes very strange to me that takes place. I think guys go over there, they show off, they act like they got more than they have, and then they come back to the country, and it's completely different. They don't have that, and the dude, and it goes in DR. They go over there for one time during the holidays and spend all the money that
Christmas time.
Yeah, they spend all the money that they have been saving for the
They
They
entire
renting
year.
the chain. They renting jewelry for dress. We know they buy expensive and a lot of
They
clothes.
rent the Wrangler for us, the
Yeah.
two Wranglers.
Yeah.
The rings and everything. I mean, like if you bringing that person back and the lifestyle you living over there is not the same. When that person get here and they want to leave you, I mean, why not? Because you
That's
lied
why
to me.
I tell guys to be transparent. Be transparent with your intention. If you're out there to have fun, go out and have fun. But stop trying to sell a dream.
Yeah.
Stop trying to sell a fantasy where your life is so grand in the United States when it's not.
And here goes the other thing. I think Lindsay even talks about. He says, he got. He didn't know how to vet. A lot of guys don't even know. When you say they don't know how to vet, they don't know what to even look out for. Meaning the girl was probably nice to him. She's, with him all the time, every day. And to him, that was enough. He didn't know, man, she's never posted me on her social media. She's never said I'm married. She never shows me out. It's, if y'all gone to dinner with those type of girls, they out at the restaurant with they at the restaurant with you, but nobody knows they at the restaurant with you. Meaning they took a picture of the meal, they took a picture of themselves, they took a picture of even the two plates, their plate and your plate. Meaning she was out with somebody, but she didn't didn't let nobody know she was out with you because she's hiding you. And if she's going to do something like that, she's not proud of you. But the guy probably thought, oh man, she's, she's here. He probably didn't have to, and they had a channel together. So he's probably like, I'm showing her on my channel, but she's not showing you, he's not showing him on her channel. So I just think a lot of guys didn't have, and I don't know his situation. I've seen a few videos where he was walking with his mother. So I don't know if he didn't have a father in his life, the father to say, because the mother, they see it different. You'll see it different. They didn't have a father to say, look, watch out. You need to look out for this with this girl. You need to look out for that. And that's what his mama should have been doing, even helping him out to say, something ain't right here. He didn't see that. He didn't do it.
My thing is like brothers should have reached out to the brother and check his mental state, his emotional state, because you don't know what he's going through. I mean, to be publicly embarrassed like that across the world, it's insane, man. And it's just like
living with a little one.
And you got a little child, like a 1-year-old.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, for the chick, I wish nothing but hardness for her life. That's it. It's like your life is gonna be hard for the next coming years, but I think guys are using that as a poor example of why not to bring it in the state. Brothers, if you guys want to find someone that you want to marry, don't let another man dictate the type of life you want to live.
But what about this? And I think even Felipe and the people, I've seen this. I got a question for you. And I got even a question for you. In this day, it used to be the hard working, the good man, that's the guy who made the money. Now it can be the introverted, nerd, non-social life. Don't go out with girls, only been in his mama's basement, that can make a ton of money. All he does is read Reddit all day. Yeah. He knew when crypto was $100 and bought into it, and he making a lot of money. How does that guy who never had a social life travel? He travels. How does he meet the girl? Because we say, you got a vet. It's easy for you to say vet because you've dated enough women to know, that ain't right. Or I can see you coming a mile away. What about the dude who's naive, the pretty face game? How does he get to that point?
It's hard, man. It's like, I don't want to say it's trial and error, but it's more, you got to talk to other men. You have to talk to other men. Other men can share their life stories with you. And you learn from them.
Well, what is your opinion? I'm dating her. What do you see? What is your opinion?
If you want my honest opinion, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. But if you're not prepared for that, don't ask me. Mm-hmm. That's it.
So how do y'all feel with a do you guys see it? Like the nerd guy who made some money and the woman just takes advantage of it?
I mean, I feel sorry for the guy, of course, because you don't want to see. Those people are people that tend to be more sensitive, more emotional, and then somebody with more experience in the street life.
Talk to the mic.
Street life. I'm sorry.
And the
street life. I'm sorry about that. Take advantage of people like that, like a nerd guy. That is sad. That is hard to see.
But here's the thing I always said, and I think it was either Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor has stated in one of their jokes. He said, "You do not graduate to be a man until you've been hurt." that you lost weight, you've been hurt, you done cried somewhere, balled up.
Experience hardship.
Yep. And once all that happened, you become a man.
But you never will be the same too.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Hey.
That guy will never be the same. He'll
Cool.
never look at a woman the same. He'll vet them entirely different.
Is Rose in the back?
No.
Okay.
You'll never be the same. And what I try to tell women is, you created the monster. I got a whole video on that. You created the monster that you say you don't like, because that guy was every guy that I know. The first time he was with a woman,
He was this guy.
it was the innocent. I love her. I'm gonna do everything. That's all he wanted. And that one girl heard it, and he said, "Oh, he went to the gym because that's all he could do to get it out. He lost that weight if he was fat. He cried, he bawled. Yep.
I see that a lot.
And when he came out, he said, I ain't never going to experience this again.
But also, so it gets to a point where you got to let that go and give it another try.
No, they give it another try, but it's the monster.
Yeah, it's a different person.
it's
The
the whole different
mentality
person.
will be
What the chat is saying? What else? The chat is saying?
Felipe, I'll bring it over here for you.
I thought Roland was in the back.
Rona said, F this. He said his girl is a little shy and doesn't want to talk yet.
Okay.
So she didn't want to come up and talk yet.
We respect.
Have y'all dated a nerd before?
No.
Why ain't y'all date a nerd?
No, maybe when I was a teenager.
But why not?
But that was an innocent thing. That wasn't even.
Innocent.
But why didn't
Yeah.
y'all like the nerds?
I'm a nerd.
I was a nerd when I was
I'm
a
a nerd.
teenager. Nobody
But why-
nobody wanna date me because I was a nerd. I got my glasses, I got my braces. I was 70 pounds.
Oh.
And
They used to call you Ugly Betty, didn't they?
they call me the
Betty la
Betty la Fea, like the soap opera Betty la Fea. I don't have the body, I don't have nothing, nothing. I was plain. So it felt terrible because nobody see you, but you always have like that imaginary guy that you like it and you never can have it. So if
But
I
why
thought-
didn't y'all date the nerds?
No, me.
Why y'all date the bad boys?
what do you
Yeah,
mean?
why y'all
No,
date the
no,
bad
what do you
boys?
mean?
No, so-
I'm not a nerd.
I'm the good boy.
Yeah. Now, some women they feel attracted to some kind of guys. The nerd, in my opinion, is not my favorite one because it's also your personality. Like if you like, let's go here, let's do this, let's do
You
that.
have somebody
Let's jump,
slow.
let's jump on this, and when the person is not following, like or being close to who you are,
Matching your vibe.
it's kind of different. Imagine a person that doesn't like at all to go to be in public spaces,
Mhm.
and this and I like that how at the end of the day how we're gonna fix that.
Mhm.
Like how we're gonna be in between. So for me, I wouldn't date them for that reason, because my personality is like, let's go here, let's do this, let's jump from here, let's do this and that. So just because of that, but not necessarily that men have to be the bad man, the one that I date, right? Not because it's not it's not a nerd, is a bad guy. It's just that type is not for me, not for my personality.
Felipe said something that I thought about. He said that y'all come here and you guys get corrupted.
Whose beard is that?
Nobody. I don't know who's.
You want a
What?
beer?
That was your beard?
No,
You bring it
no,
in
he
here.
just brought them.
It was in the
He-
freezer, so
yeah,
it was
he
in the
just brought
freezer.
it.
Ah,
So-
okay.
Why
You want
why
the beer?
Felipe can't they influence the other people? Meaning, like your friend said, oh, why you cook? And you're like, oh, I cook. So why can't you guys be, or I'm just saying, you can be. But I don't know why Felipe thinks, why can't you influence the other people to be the good women?
Because I'm
Well,
because
well,
go ahead. No,
No,
you go
I mean-
first.
Why should she influence another person?
Meaning somebody says something to you, and I say, like, you like, oh man, I'm gonna go cheat on my wife, I'm gonna do this. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's not a good thing, man. You need to be this type of person. And so you
Yeah,
like
but-
if you say, hey, let's go out of town and go get these hoes. And I'm like, bro, that's not good, man.
Maybe
You got a good wife at home.
Felipe, maybe like for me, I'm not trying to influence the Pookie. The Pookie is the Pookie.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's just like now,
No,
if
that's-
a brother comes to me like, "Hey, Kanal, I want to change. I want to do better." I can influence you when you're ready. But someone who is not ready to be influenced, how can you influence them?
No, but I guess he talked in.
Yeah, in
No,
general.
in
Like,
general.
Yeah, that's what in general.
But I think
wouldn't.
I
Like, in
influence
general.
people with my example. If I will influence somebody, I will influence by my example. Okay, I get here. My English was the best when I moved here. I start from the worst job that I never have during my life, and keep growing and going up. And I don't have the perfect marriage because we both have weakness, but we working every day for be better. So I don't need to preach you or say to you, do this, do that. You can see my example, how I live in my life. It's up to you if you wanna, hey Janelle, how you achieve this? Can you tell me, like can all say, can you guide me with this? Can you give me some examples? So how you understand? But you need to be willing to want to change. You need to be willing to
And I think those
wanna be
people
better.
I think it's like you said before, like whoever that at the end of the day get influenced by other to do either good or bad, like there was something behind before that.
Mhm.
Like
and I think what happens is people, you got to know what they're going to be. I stayed in a city for 3 years, and I had a friend that came from another place, and in 3 days, he knew where to get the drugs at. He knew where to go to here. And I'm like, bro, I've been here 3 years, and I couldn't tell you none of that. So it matters, that person, he already had the mindset of what he wanted to do.
Mhm.
That wasn't my mindset. So you have to see the mindset of the person that you were dating and where they hanging out, where they want to go, all of that. And you really have to do it. But there's guys who don't want to see it. They just ignore it. Guys who see it and don't care, they still do whatever they want to do. And so it goes like that. And so we've been going 2 hours. I know that Kanal looked like he look.
No, I'm good. I'm good, man.
Man,
Let
me see that bottom. Let me see that
Kenon wants
man, he started.
Kenon wants
He started
good
off with a
comment
full
to close
bottle.
out someone.
Yeah, I need someone to line me up.
He needs a good comment to
Felipe, can you say something
get-
here so
yeah,
Kanal
He
can get
you
off?
know, yeah, he
So
can
he-
start.
get him
The
mad so he
action.
wake up.
Because he's fired up. He got a fireball in him.
I mean, Felipe asked some great questions. So yeah, respect to you,
Yeah.
Felipe.
So we've been going for 2 hours. We're probably gonna close it down because man, we haven't slept. We've been getting up going early, so I know this, and I gotta cook this brisket tomorrow. So closing, what you want to close with? What y'all feel like?
Yeah, Race close it out.
Yeah, y'all close it out. Tell this audience whatever y'all want. You can say whatever y'all want.
What we
Y'all can say what y'all want.
no matter what we say.
Or you want to
to
say like it's
others,
like marrying a black man, what it's like being in the United
You
States.
know what? That's a great
That's
question.
a good topic that we are going to debate.
What's it
Why marry a black one? Why would you choose a
Chocolate.
black one? Porque me gusta el chocolate.
So close out whatever y'all want to
I don't
say.
know what to say. Guys, pay attention to what I mean. First of all, know what you're looking for, what you want, and then pay attention. Okay, does this woman have the, how do you say in English, the chapters? How do you say in English? I don't know.
English.
Characterísticas.
The
Characteristics.
or the red
Characteristics.
flags.
Yeah.
No, the characteristics.
The characteristics
characteristics.
of the woman I'm looking for is not only being pretty. That goes to second level when you are living together, when you are experiencing a marriage. when you have a family, that goes to second level. You just have to know, like, does like, do I see myself with this person in a long term? And also you have to know that a long distance relationship is not easy, and that you are fighting every day on the phone or on the chat is also like a red flag.
It's raining. It's
It is-
raining you.
No,
emotion
it
also.
is. And in person, of course, sometimes
be
it's because you are in a distance, and sometimes that changes once you're living together, because now you are seeing what the other person is doing, you getting to know each other, there is more trust in that sense. But still, there are a lot of red flags out there. Just pay attention and try to get the best like the best person
That you can.
that you can.
Because and I will say, adding everything that you say, I will add it one more, and it's a question for Felipe, and for the guys say, don't bring her back, right? But what about if her is good? What about if you can have a great life, but because you live in so much como tu dices, fear, you lost that opportunity. You lost the opportunity to be that life. We can be married now and we can divorce tomorrow. Nobody can predict that. I mean, I can die tomorrow and the marriage is over. He needs to keep going. The show gotta keep going. So why you live your life always in fear and think what other person will talk about you? I mean, do whatever you want to do. The things fail, the thing doesn't work, move on.
Yeah.
No hard feelings.
And why are you thinking about the money?
And
The money
no.
is there. You can make money again.
But also, what you always think in the worst. Think positive. When you think the worst thing can happen to you, that's what you're going to attract into your life. I mean, he bring me back. If I decide to leave him a year later, it's nothing he can do. Right? But the year we're living together, the fun we have together, whatever the memories, that's something that even he wanna take it out from his mind, or I wanna do the same, we can, because the memories are there and always will be there. That's my opinion.
I can say this, guys. Since we've been here with our kids, you know, we've been out. We've been outside, man, and it's just like, you know, we're out there experiencing, trying different things, but yet still taking the time to continue to network and get to know each other, man. So it's like it all boils down not having that fear, living the life that you want to live. So, hey, this is what you really want to do, man. Go out and do it. You know, be cautious and live your best life. You only got one life to live. Live it.
Exactly.
I'll close.
And with that said,
I'm gonna close real quick. What Felipe said. Felipe said, "No,
Cheers.
you're going to have a better life in your country. The culture in the U.S. is collapsing."
Oh, I agree with you.
I do not agree with you. Here's the thing.
No. Hold on.
Because you can go to any culture.
Yeah.
If you tell somebody in DR who live in the barrio or in Colombia who live in the barrio, oh, it's a better life here, they're gonna say, "Yeah, you crazy."
Yeah.
If you in the
And that's why they risk the light to
and
come
if
in.
you in the United States and you making $500,000 a year, and they say, "Oh, you can have a better life in Colombia," they're like,
No,
"Bruh,
I
I'm
agree.
living the best life I am. I'm not moving. I'm living."
Look,
that's
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, guys. I've been in Dallas. I see big houses, big cars, big wigs, big everything. Listen, it all depends on what type of life you live in. Because trust me, the people in the barrios, they rather be here, live this life, than live in their own country.
Mhm.
And again, if you making $60,000, it's not my fault. Pick up a new skill, get it certified, make this 6 figures. Because people here out here are winning. People out here are making things happen in the United States. So that's why when I hear shit like that, it's you. You are the problem.
We're going to talk about Felipe because he said he got people all over the world and the life is better somewhere else.
Okay.
Felipe,
But they all trying to come to the United States.
we're going to talk about that, brother. Please tune in to our other show. We want to have you on the other show. We want to talk about that. Is life better outside the United States?
Yeah, people winning out here, man.
And with that said, man, we're going to tune in next time, man.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining.
Cheers.
Until next time. Peace.